Live from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, it's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Coming up on the Busey Bank Illini Sports Network from Learfield. Exclusive coverage of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl continues on the Busey Bank Illini Sports Network from Learfield.
Here comes the pressure, lob deep left, and it's picked off at midfield. 10, it's a pick six. Touchdown!
Brought to you by U of I Credit Union, the Illinois Signature Cashback Card. Introducing Cashback with the official credit card of the Fighting Illini. And by Coke Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try, decide. The Whiffles Hybrids Fighting Illini countdown to kickoff continues.
Illini football coverage this afternoon. Season with 9-3 records. This is Steve Kelly on the Whiffles Hybrids pregame show on the Busey Bank Fighting Illini Sports Network from Learfield. Brian Barnhart, Kerry Davis, Michael Martin, and Kevin Mitchell will have the call coming up in less than 30 minutes at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. As I mentioned, both teams are 9-3, but the similarities don't end there. All three losses for both teams came in conference play, the Big Ten and the SEC respectively, and both are making their second appearance in this Citrus Bowl. And both teams are looking for the 10th win for just the 5th time in each school's history.
I think to get to 10 wins is a big deal in college football. No matter how it comes about, what plays into it, I think anytime you can get to that mark, I've been able to do that a couple times as a head coach. I think that sets your team apart from college football, to be honest. So to be on the verge of it at 9 and trying to get the 10th, but really just to get a win against South Carolina to play an SEC team, I would say that these guys are probably playing as good as anybody in the SEC at the end of the year to win those last 6 games. Absolutely dynamic player on offense. Our quarterback is very gifted. I have a lot of really explosive playmakers around him. And then on defense, just obviously another one ends out, but overall very, very different defense than what we see in the Big Ten. I think it's a very good challenge for our guys. I think they're psyched and wired into it. To have a special place in Illinois football history with this group, I think it's pretty cool. I also have been selling, obviously 10 wins is a big deal, but the catapult that this could be into 2025 is I think a team that we would not shy away from. This is a team that we would hope would be a playoff type team, right? And the chemistry that we have and the unique players that we have, if we can get all these guys to come back, it'd be pretty special.
The quarterback Coach Bielma referred to is Lenoris Sellers out of South Carolina. The SEC
Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high. Steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching forward at the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long. Right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Kickoff is fast approaching. Now let's get back to Todd Ellis and Coach Beamer.
Welcome back to the Shane Beamer pregame show. Carolina is in Orlando, Florida to make the Illini, the Fighting Illini of Illinois, as part of the 76th version of the cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Coach, with leading rusher Rocket Sanders preparing for the NFL, how did the running back room look during bowl prep? How are the carries and the plays likely to be distributed today?
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, for some other guys to make an impact. And we're fortunate that that's an older group with Juju McDowell and Oscar Attaway. Those are two guys that have played a lot of football in their careers in college. And then we've got a good mix of talented freshmen in Matthew Fuller and Jaworn Howe. And anticipate seeing all four of those today, possibly. Certainly Oscar, Jaworn, and Juju, but Matt's someone that we have high expectations for and are excited about his future here at Carolina. So we want to get him in the game and get him some touches. And, that was our plan, and we'll kind of see how the game goes, see if someone gets hot. Jaworn and Oscar battled, some minor injuries this week, so they were a little limited in practice, which, maybe that's a blessing in disguise because it got Matthew Fuller some more reps than he maybe would have gotten in practice. So we'll see how it shakes out today, but I'm excited about those guys.
You can't lose a consensus All-American and not have some impact, but you do have depth at the defensive end spot with Kyle Kennard out of the ball game. I assume Thomas and the rest of the guys will step up. How's that look?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine there. Certainly when you don't have the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, it's a loss. But that's a position that Sterling Lucas has typically rotated 6 guys every game between Gilbert Edmond, Brian Thomas, Dez, has been in there as well, JT Gear. So, Brian Thomas, it's a good opportunity for him. He's from Orlando. It's coming back home for him. Dylan on the other side, and then getting those other guys in there. And it's a good opportunity for them to showcase their abilities going into 2025 as well. Those guys have played a lot of football for us in the past, and they'll all step up and do a good job replacing Kyle.
With your background, I'm always looking to catch something on an opposing team's special teams, and they've got one in Illinois, and Hank Bidet, third in the nation with 14.7 yards on punt returns. They apparently have very good special teams in return game. What have you seen on film?
Yeah, they do a good job. The punt returner is very crafty back there. He'll catch the ball anywhere. He's very aggressive. I don't know if he's necessarily going to, outrun everyone in a race, but he's just very elusive and very shifty, and he does a good job for them. They faked a punt for a huge play in the Michigan game that was a huge play in that game. So, I think you're going to ask me here in a second about the keys to the game. One of the keys to the game is going to be special teams, just because it's like a game one at the beginning of the season in so many ways, because it's such a long layoff between the last time we played against Clemson and now. And both teams have guys that were maybe impact players for them on special teams that are no longer here, either opt-outs or transfers. For example, The guy that makes all the calls on our punt team was Brady Hunt. Well, Brady Hunt got hurt, and then Nick Elksness became that guy. Well, Nick Elksness, our tight end, has decided to transfer. He's going to UNLV now to play. So now we've got somebody in there that'll be making calls for the first time on the punt team, and that's certainly concerning. And you watch bowl games this whole month. There's big special teams plays in every game. It's amazing. And even today or yesterday, saw a little bit of the Missouri game, and I know I guess Iowa ran a kickoff back for a touchdown. I think so. We've talked about all week that we need to make the impact plays and like our plan and confident that we will.
I assume with the running back room shuffled around a little bit, Lenoris Sellers, who's freshman of the year in the SEC and third team overall in conference play. How's his prep gone? Give us a key to the game for him playing well, and then overall, if it's beyond the special team issues and the little mix-ups that you have in those positions with guys opting out.
Yep. Lenoris has been good. He's had a good week. You know him, Todd. He's steady as can be, and that's who he is. And I know he's excited about the opportunity to go compete again today as well. From his standpoint, we've just got to be good around him. Our offensive line needs to play well. Our receivers, Illinois, typically, their MO is they play a lot of man coverage. And if they're going to do that, great. Our receivers and tight ends have to make plays against their man-to-man coverage. And then just overall, for us, I mentioned the special teams, and I think tackling will be huge. It goes back to just same thing. Game one, we haven't played in a month. They haven't played in a month. The team that can tackle well, play with great fundamentals, not be sloppy out there. The team that plays the most winning football is obviously, it goes without saying, is going to be the one to be successful, but it's key in this game, certainly. We got to tackle well, and we got to be good on special teams.
Coach, congratulations to get back bowling and going for win number 10 today against the Fighting Illini. That will do it for the pregame show with Shane Beamer. Our starting lineups and more analysis from Tommy and Chet are next. Stay with us on the Gamecocks Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is the Duke's Country Song, the song about Duke's Country. Yes, it's the Duke's Country Song, and you can sing along. Friends, you just heard 12 seconds of the Duke's Country Song, a real much longer song you can hear at dukescountry.com, and you can sing along.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt, and we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecocks Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
This is Carolina Calls, your source for everything Gamecocks.
See Shane Beamer, I'm Todd Ellis. Great to be with you.
That was a gutty win. That was a physical win. We played with toughness, and that's what you had to have.
Coach Beamer joins us for a full hour of Carolina football talk throughout the season.
They had 10 men on the field the first time they punted the football. Our crowd that contribute directly to that.
Listen live every Thursday night on your home for Gamecock football. The Gamecocks Sports Network from Learfield. We're setting the table for South Carolina football. Welcome back to the countdown to kickoff. Time now for today's keys to the game. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Back to Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Sun splashed right now. Temperature is supposed to be 74 at kickoff, which is 17 minutes from now. And partly cloudy with a slight breeze. Perfect for bowl game action between the Fighting Illini of Illinois and the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Carolina has handled the Big Ten as of late in bowl games, have won each of the last 4 and 6 of the last 7 since the turn of the century. Gamecocks opened 2000s with back-to-back wins over Ohio State in 2000 and 2002. And after that, they had a loss to Iowa in the 2009 Outback Bowl, but Carolina reeled off 4 straight victories in bowl games over Big Ten schools, defeating Nebraska in 12 at the Capital One, Wisconsin at the Capital One in 2014, Michigan in 2013 at the Outback, and in 2018. So good record against the Big Ten. And Shane Beamer brings his team in on a 6-winning game streak, and trying to get their 7th on the season. Let's get to our Toyota keys to the game. Toyota, let's go places, and we'll start with my partner, Tommy Suggs. And Tommy, man, you and I know a couple of things. Well, we know more than a couple, but we do know bowl games are unpredictable in a lot of ways. Give us a key to the game as you see it with these two teams and where they're poised right now. Not necessarily how the season went, but how they're poised right now.
Well, I think that an interesting thing about this football game is, as opposed to some of the teams we've been watching on TV and probably maybe will watch going forward, there are a lot of players opted out on those teams. Maybe, let me go back on, maybe not the ones going forward because they're more or less in the playoff, but the others weren't. So, but these two teams have most of their players here. So we talked about Kennard and Sanders. They're missing Bryant, their wide receiver. But other than that, most of the players are here that really contributed to the season. So that in itself is important. So we may see both teams about as good as we've seen them all year long here. I think, Todd, though, you go back and look at this ball game and this season the Carolina Gamecocks have had, and I told you this morning over breakfast, I've done a fair amount of analysis. To me, the difference is the last 6 ball games is we didn't give up a lot of sacks. And I say that not as complimenting the offensive line as much as complimenting Sellers. Phenomenal athlete. Texas A&M game, Dow Logs and I were talking, he got us out of 5 sacks in that game himself. Clemson the same way. So if he can continue to play within himself and not have the pressure of doing his NIL deal and all this stuff affect him, just be himself, and those running backs can play today, I think that is the key to this football game, is Lenard Sellers doing what he's done the last 6 ball games.
Before I go to Chet Tucker, it brings up a point, and that is, talk about playing within yourself and feeling confident. Lenore Sellers struck a nice deal with the University and Carolina football this year to remain the quarterback at South Carolina. And Tommy, that doesn't mean necessarily for a young person like that, as significant as it is, that it did anything more than just give him comfort and confidence to be himself and play. And hopefully not the guy that becomes big-headed and tries to do too much.
No, I agree with that. I don't think that's in his nature. That's not who he is as a person, his values, his family's not. So I agree with you. I think it gives him nothing but confidence. It gives the team confidence. So let's just go play. And he just got to continue to make those plays and do what he does best. And we saw that the last 6 ball games. I mean, he is just a different quarterback the last 6 games.
We're into our Toyota keys to the game, and down on the sideline is Chet Tucker. And Chet, you've sat in it now. We're 13 minutes away from kickoff in this ball game. It becomes a long gap between the season-ending ball game against Clemson and now. Give us a Toyota key.
I think that the biggest thing for South Carolina is going to be to get pressure on Luke Altmaier. In games where he has been pressured, that's when they have struggled. They gave up a ton of sacks to Minnesota, to Penn State, to Oregon. Those are games that they lost. I think South Carolina obviously has the personnel, the defensive scheme to be able to create that pressure, potentially without bringing anyone in addition to the rush. I think if they're able to do that, continue to get pressure, get Altmaier off this spot, then they'll be in a great position to come out with a victory today.
And my Toyota key to the ball game, Tommy, it's the first and fourth quarter. In these bowl games, you see a lot of rough plays early on because they haven't played in a long time. You also, people forget, some of these opt-outs and transfers may not have been stars, but they were good players in special teams. So you see a lot of special teams plays as well. That could be a factor in the first quarter. Let's see who makes a big mistake or a big play. And then the fourth quarter, and this is not good for Carolina. Illinois led the country in fourth quarter comebacks this year. They played a lot of tight ball games, and they did come back in the fourth several times, almost did so against Minnesota to push off that upset loss that they took. But we got to be ready on both ends of this game.
We really do, and people need to understand Illinois is a good football team. 6-1 at home, 3 wins over ranked teams, second youngest football team in the country, only 14 players in their last season, and also the 9th toughest schedule in America. So this ball club is a good club and finished high in the Big Ten with, and let's not forget, the Big Ten now has 18 teams in it from Southern Cal all the way across the country to Rutgers. So it's quite a football team.
They also take care of the football. 21 touchdown throws, just 5 interceptions, and they only had 8 fumbles throughout the entire year. We're almost ready for kickoff. We'll have your starting lineups when we come back. You're listening to the Countdown to Kickoff on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
A gift this good takes a while to unwrap. Get your best gift ever during the Toyotathon sales event before it's too late. Lease a new 2025 Toyota RAV4 LE Hybrid for $369 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through January 6, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.68 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey y'all, Coach Shane Beamer here. Football season is up on us, and that means Columbia is welcoming fans from around the corner and across the country. No matter where you're from, Gamecocks love coming together for game day energy that can only be found in South Carolina's capital city. Book hotel rooms, find pre- and post-game activities, and plan your tailgate spread with local favorites from pimento cheese to barbecue at experiencecolumbiasc.com. We'll see you soon, and go Gamecocks.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Spurs up.
Back left, Juju open at the 10, the 5, steps up and high, steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. He backs in the backfield, handoff right side, Tonka Hemingway, reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50, are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
Kickoff is just around the corner. Let's find out who will be taking the field for the Gamecocks with today's starting lineup.
Let's start on the Gamecock defense. Tommy was out consensus All-American Kyle Kennard. Change-ups there. Brian Thomas will get the start. Brian Thomas Jr., as Chet mentioned, from Windermere, Florida. 17 tackles, 5.5 tackles for a loss. And then Desmond Umazulu, along with Jatias Gear, are likely the backups. And those guys have been utilized throughout the year.
Yeah, they have. I mean, we've had a lot of good rotations on the defensive side of the ball up front, so we ought to be okay there, although losing Kennard is going to be huge for us.
We'll have Alex Boogie Huntley, Tonka Hemingway, and Dylan Stewart. Watch out for him today. He may want to make you forget about Kyle Kennard. And then the veteran linebackers, Debo Williams, Bam Martin Scott, and Demetrius Knight. Judge Collier at a corner, O'Donnell Fortune at the other corner. From Sumter, South Carolina, Nicky Manworry and DQ Smith at the safety spots. We'll look at the Gamecock offense and Illinois. When we come back, we'll continue to get you ready for the call of the game on the Countdown to Kickoff after this on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It's important for everyone to understand that a substance use disorder is a treatable disease, not a moral failing. You go on to lead healthy lives, and your support is essential. Avoid words like addict, habit, junkie, and clean. They suggest a person is the problem rather than having a disease. And feeling stigmatized can reduce someone's interest in recovery. Find resources at embracerecoverysc.com.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
You're listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network. From Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
The visiting Gamecocks are onto the field in their all-white uniforms. We're almost set for play. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. We're back to Orlando to get the flip of the coin and the opening kickoff. They're next on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, score the confidence you need to start your journey with the power and exceptional capability of a new Ford F-150. With available smart tech like Pro Power on board, it's game on when F-150 is part of your team. For great offers and to learn more about a new Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today. Always consult the owner's manual for important operating instructions.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt. Then we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
I'll be the referee. Mr. Michael Henderson is the umpire for today. Welcome to the 2024 Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Here is our coin for this afternoon. The Cheez-It logo is tails. The football helmet side is heads, okay? Football helmet side heads, Cheez-It logo is tails. South Carolina is the visiting team. They'll make the call. What's the call going to be? Heads. Heads. Chet Z, please do the honor. It is heads. It is heads. South Carolina has won the toss and has elected to defer their option to the second half. Tanner, you want the ball? Which direction would you like to kick? Let's go ahead and switch.
The Gamecocks win the toss and defer to the second half. The Fighting Illini will take the football. Carolina will go on defense first. And Tommy, it's the first time I think I've ever seen a mascot at a bowl game almost get punched in the face as he was being quite dramatic with the coin toss there at midfield with players that are ready to go.
Yeah, that thing's about the same size as some of these Cheez-Its we've been eating up here, too, I think.
Yeah,
probably a little bit heavier.
Yes. By the way, they're delicious. We appreciate Cheez-It.
I didn't know they had so many types up here. I think I've eaten about 10.
We have learned a lot. We have learned a lot. One thing I do not like, I almost threw up on my mouth a little bit. The Cheez-It logo is on the Gamecock uniform on the shoulder pad. It's the first time, and hopefully the last, we'll ever see orange on a Gamecock uniform. Ever. But we're glad to be here, I can tell you that. We're at the Camping World 76 Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And our starting lineups on offense for Carolina. We know it all starts with Lenora Sellers, the 6'3", 242-pound redshirt freshman from Florence, South Carolina, SEC Freshman of the Year. The first at South Carolina since Jadeveon Clowney won that in 2011. And Tommy, overall, the coaches, this tells you about him, he was third team overall SEC, not just freshman.
Yeah, he's a player. I mean, you look at the total offense the Gamecocks had this year. He had 59.6% of the total offense in the rushing. That's rushing and passing combined. So he is he's made a turnaround and just matured in the position since the sixth game of the year. So Lenore Sellers got to have a big game today.
Josiah Thompson, a freshman as well at left tackle from Dillon, South Carolina, Mr. Football back in his days as a high schooler. Kamar Bell, the left guard, the senior from Moultrie, Georgia. Vershawn Lee in his final ball game from Woodbridge, Virginia at center. Porcelli Simpkins at right guard. Kason Henry at right tackle. And the Gamecocks line up with their kickoff team all to the right of Kai Kroger, who apparently is going to drop kick the kickoff. And he does so to this very good return team, Illinois, around the 15-yard line, and they're up to about the 27 before they're taken down. There is a flag on the play. One of the best special teams in the country and return teams in Illinois. So Joe DiCamillo has them punt the ball in the dead zone. It bounces once right into the hands of the return man. It is going to be holding, though.
During the return, holding. Receiving team number 32. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Wilcher was the return man, a wide receiver. He's dangerous enough, but their punt returner, Hank Beatty Jr., averaging 14.7 yards a return. We'll watch that when we get him out on the field. He led the Big Ten, third in the nation. All right, here's Luke Altmaier, the quarterback from Starkville, Mississippi, a transfer from Ole Miss. Aiden Lawfery, the tailback. Pistol formation, handoff, Lawfery left side, right into the arms of the Gamecocks, immediately down at the 21. That's Debo Williams. Puts his right shoulder into it, gets his 60th tackle on the year, a gain of just 2 yards. Altmaier started first 9 games of 23 season, and he'll go back to pass now. He's looking to set up the screen, right side. That ball hits the turf. Should be incomplete. It would be helpful.
I think
if he did call it a catch. I think that's -1, Tom.
Yeah, I think he probably should have let it go, really.
Yep. It is a catch. Dylan Stewart with the pressure on Altmaier. And here comes the first third down, 3rd and 8 of the afternoon. Carolina on defense in all white, Illinois in blue jerseys, orange helmets. 76 Cheez-It Bowl. 3rd and 8. Altmaier sends a tight end over to the right side, takes it out of the gun. Carolina with a 5-man rush. Altmaier flushed out, now down. The first sack of the day. Tonka Hemingway is part of the process, along with Brian Thomas Jr., the Florida native, teams up with Tonka for -10 on the play. And the Gamecocks again show no signs of Kyle Kennard being out of the ball game. Clayton White dialed up a stunt, and it worked.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Good call, Todd. It was a stunt, and they were not ready for it, and that's what we got to do is put pressure on that quarterback, because when we do that and have a lot of sacks.
15, Bell 47.
Gabriel Prezio will be the punt. Yeah, he averages. Oh, this struck Juju McDowell as he was going up to get the football. There's a scramble for it. It should be a penalty on Illinois. Juju got hit as the ball was coming down, and that's Carolina blocking into it. That's not good. Mo Brown blocked the Illinois player right into Juju McDowell. The Carolina bench is not happy, but I think that's going to go against the Gamecocks. That's Maurice Brown, who was coming down the field trying to block for his teammate Juju McDowell at midfield.
I think the official took a lick too, didn't he? Yeah.
And they're taking a look at the official midfield.
You saw that official the other day on TV got in that big fight and had blood all over his face. Tough position.
Tough business.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe they ought to start calling better.
I think they did the LSU game.
That's Ryan Mead, who Maurice Brown ran into. And obviously Juju had slid over to make the catch. Mead runs into him. But it appeared to me on the replay that Mo Brown blocked Mead into him. And that official looks a little woozy to me. They have concussion protocol as well, I assume. That's Bill Lamonier, the one who took the lick. And, of course, they're ready for these circumstances. They have backup officials. And there's no question in my mind, it looks like Ryan Mead was hit by Mo Brown. And so it should be a Gamecock football. Let's check down with Chet Tucker. Chet, I don't suppose you saw an angle that was any different than we're seeing here.
No, I think you're right. The blocking was occurring. Juju McDowell trying to do the right thing to get up there and catch what was a really poor punt, kind of off the side of the foot to prevent it from maybe taking a bad bounce and hitting a South Carolina player who's trying to get down the field and cover. Brown has no idea that Juju's running up to make that catch. It's just kind of an unfortunate thing. Juju's got to protect himself a little bit, but trying to do the right thing to get up there and make the catch.
And apparently that's the way the officials saw it as well. There'll be no penalty on the play. The ball was not in the possession of the Gamecocks at the time, and so they'll mark it Carolina 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. They're going from south to north here at Camping World Stadium. The Gamecocks took the Illini to 3 and out with a sack on the first series, and now Lenoris Sellers will come out and take his Gamecocks onto the field, and they are a little late to do so. Play clock begins. We're in the first quarter play. No score. Carolina's first offensive series. They'll start with a 2 tight end set. Michael Smith and Josh Simon, the senior from Dalzell, South Carolina. The tailback is Oscar Attaway. The senior will go in motion over to the right side, empty the backfield for Lenoris Sellers. SEC Freshman of the Year takes a snap, throws underneath, got his man Josh Simon, breaks a tackle and into Illinois territory at the 49-yard line. That's an 8-yard gain on the play. Be 2nd and 2. Josh Simon, what a year he ended up having. 34 receptions, 450 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And stuck it out in this ball game, and he's got himself a big-time pro career coming. Lenoris now with a tight formation. 2nd down and 2, they'll hand off. It is Attaway spinning his way around the 49. He's up near the pylon, grinding away for a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 1 coming for Carolina. So a couple tight ends so far for Carolina, and now Michael Smith will come out, and another tight end, Maurice Brown, comes into the lineup.
Got another big difference in the last 6 games versus the first 6 games. Carolina, the first 6 games, third down, 33% conversion. Last 6, 51% conversion on third.
The Illini running guys out very late. Carolina up at the line of scrimmage, but they hold them because we had some substitutions as well. It's a power backfield. Maurice Brown over to the left side. Now Josh Simon comes to the left side. It's Attaway up the middle, drops to the shoulder, got the first down for Carolina around the 45 of the Fighting Illini. We'll call it a 4-yard gain, and Maurice Brown with a good block from the backfield.
Attaway not a small guy, 6 feet, 224 pounds. So good size, not quite as big as Rocket Sanders, but good size.
He had 63 carries, third most on the team behind Rocket Sanders and Lenoris Sellers. So 1st and 10 for Carolina, no score. And Lenoris wants to throw it again. He goes underneath in that zone. And the ball pops out, and Carolina grabs it out of the air.
Oh, my gosh.
Josh Simon caught it. There's a fumble, and then Oscar Attaway right on the spot puts it in his chest and gains a couple more yards. And it wasn't exactly a hook and ladder play, but that's what it looked like. And Carolina with another first down, and Josh got hit pretty hard on that play. He let the ball go, but Oscar was there on the tape. 1st and 10 for Carolina at the 30-yard line. The Illini in a 3-man front. Lenoris going to pull the ball out, roll left side. He's in some trouble. Escapes left side, pulls the ball down again, and going to run out of bounds on the Illini sideline. On the near sideline here, that's the west side where the press box is. A 1-yard gain on the play, but couldn't find anybody downfield open. That'll be 2nd down and 9.
Had a flood route coming to the left side, kind of that third of the field, and 3 receivers all were covered. So good decision by Lenoris.
Luke Doty was in the ball game, and now Oscar Attaway. Another hard run up the middle. No signs, Tommy, so far that his ankle's bothering him. He gains right up the hash, the left hash, 6 yards on the play. Here comes 3rd down again. Alex Bray made the stop for Illinois.
Good push up front by Lee, Bell, and Simpkins. 2 guards in the center of that offensive line.
Sellers now working off the left hash mark. It's 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted with Lenoris going left side. Power play, makes one guy miss, picks up the first down, and he's inside the 16-yard line before he's again brought down over here by the Illinois bench. A 6-yard gain, and they move the sticks for the Gamecocks.
Gamecocks 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions. I mentioned earlier, Todd, 51% 3rd down conversion in the last 6 ball games. So I said earlier, a big difference was the less number of sacks we had in the last 6, but also 3rd down's a big key to that 6-game winning streak as well.
Jawarn Howell into the ball game. It's the 8th play of the drive. Another running back for the Gamecocks who's been banged up. He's got a Achilles. Let's see how he does. He's to the left of Lenoris Sellers on a 1st and 10 at the Illini 16. It will be Howell, right side. Makes one guy miss. They get the ankle, and he falls to about the 11-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain on the play. Nice. So Mike Shula now, 2 passes by Lenoris Sellers, both completed. A lot on the ground game.
Yeah, and I think the passes were a little bit different than we've seen this year, Todd. It's that tight end release right straight down the middle and just sit down underneath that zone. And Lenoris, easy throw, easy completion.
It's 2nd down and 6, 8:40 to go in the first quarter. Lenoris Sellers going to throw this time. He's looking left, now up in the pocket, going to try to run. Rolling out right side, got nobody over there. Breaks another tackle, and Superman is going to gain some on the play. Boy, he showed great patience there, maybe too much. I think they wanted Nick Harbor over here on the left side, Tommy, and they couldn't get Nick loose.
Yeah, Sellers looking at the whole field that time, and you heard the comment by Mike Shula in his conference, and they like his running, very successful, but he had people open, and one of the keys to moving to the next level is to hit those people early. So sometimes he gets a little slow finding that open receiver. Big 3rd down right here.
3rd down and 7. Gamecocks have got it at the 13. Sellers inside, throws a swing route out for Oscar Attaway, and Oscar catches the football, gets knocked out of bounds around the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard gain on the play. So the Illini backed out. They kept Lenoris from going down the middle. And now we'll bring out Alex Herrera. Herrera, the Spring Valley native in his 6th-year football, 14-19 on the season, including 6 of the last 7. This one will be from 29 yards out. And the usual suspects, thank goodness. Hunter Rogers snapping. Kai Kroger to hold. Herrera looks up, calls for it. They put it down for him. He kicks it up to that north end zone and got it. The Gamecocks in the 76 Cheez-It Citrus Bowl are on the board first. Their first drive of the afternoon. And they go up 3-0 with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Gamecock Nation, start off the new year a winner with Founders Federal Credit Union. 2025 is your year to dominate your financial goals, and there's no better financial partner than Founders Federal Credit Union. They've got competitive rates, elite financial tools, and service that's second to none. That's everything you need to dominate your financial goals in 2025 and beyond. Don't wait. Start winning today. Visit foundersfcu.com to learn more about the perfect financial partner for your goals. Founders is federally insured by NCAA. Membership qualification is required. Go Gamecocks!
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Caught, touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Mazio Bennett.
Hey y'all, I'm Mazio Bennett, wide receiver with Gamecock football. You'll hear the Gamecocks calling for Spurs Up all season long as a way to celebrate USC pride and cheer on athletes. There are plenty more things around Columbia, South Carolina, the home of the Gamecocks, that deserve a Spurs Up. When you spot that 5 Points mural, Spurs Up. When you see the waiter at Hall's walking towards you with a steak, Spurs Up. Being in the heart of South Carolina, you guessed it, Spurs Up.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
The Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You cannot hitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back to the end zone. 30, 20. Say goodnight to this one.
This is the College Football Blitz. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Welcome back to Orlando, Florida. Today's broadcast of the Citrus Bowl is brought to you by Experience Columbia SC. Expect fun beyond the field. I'm Todd Ellis, Tommy Suggs, Chet Tucker. We're all for the broadcast. Don't forget, Chris Miller will have everything you need on our Bud Light halftime report. And we appreciate you being with us. Happy New Year, everybody. Tell me about all you want on a first drive. Sellers 3 for 3. Herrera gets another field goal from 29 yards out. And I think most importantly, we saw those two running backs we were worried about playing at all.
No, I agree with you 100% on that, because 3 for 3 out of 11 plays, which means we ran it 8 times. And Norris ran it 3 times, I think, himself. But other than that, it was Attaway and also Howell. And I thought both of them looked okay. Offensive line seemed to be doing a pretty good job. And they're getting a little rush back there on Sellers. But, I think the other side of it is the pass coverage has been good for Illinois. So good little chess game here. Nice to get points on the board the first time we had the football, and so here we go again, guys. This is a good bowl game. Big crowd down here for the Gamecocks. Gosh, I don't know how many we got here, but someone said 30 to 35,000 last night. But a lot of Garnet down here, a lot of Garnet. The band's here, very festive, good place to come.
Illini with good crowd as well. Nice bowl game experience here in Orlando. Here's Herrera to kick off. This time boots one. I mean, a big right leg deep, and out of the back of the end zone it hits. Alex got his good rest over the break, apparently, after the Clemson ball game. He got a 29-yard field goal, now the first touchback. And those fans in the north end zone, the players run down there to see him, and they start appreciating them. And here comes the Illini offense for the second time on the day. Luke Altmaier, 6'2", 205-pound junior from Starkville, Mississippi. He was at Ole Miss in 2022. 21 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions, but he's been sacked 1 time already in this ball game. Josh McRae's the tailback. It's a pistol formation. Altmaier wants to throw it down the near sideline and knocked away. There's a flag thrown. Judge Collier on the coverage. And I saw him throw the right arm up, so it wasn't that was grabbing onto him. But Franklin, the wide receiver from Dallas, Texas, looks like he might get the call. It is on Judge Collier.
Yeah, I was right down in front of us. Blocked a little bit by the standing up players from Illinois.
Pass interference, defense number 15, correction number 20, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, I've seen a lot worse plays in this season than that one. I thought that was pretty cheesy call for the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yes. And Gamecocks will take that. Now here's a replay. I don't know what that's all about. He had definitely had his left arm on him, but it didn't change his movement at all and threw his right arm up. All right, the Illini, who had a 3-and-out in their first series, get the advantage of the penalty. They're up at their own 40-yard line. Altmaier wants to throw it again. He's got an inside route, and he's open at the 30. That's Beatty at the 10. Gamecocks are tracking him. He dives at the pylon. They're calling him out at the 1-yard line. A 59-yard catch and run by Beatty. Jalen Kilgore on the coverage, and Kilgore, give him credit, he did run him down to hold it to a 59-yard catch and run. All right, first and goal to Gamecock. 1. Illinois right at the goal line. No call. It's a dive in. Gamecocks had him, and they call it. They say they got the football. Is he down or not? Illinois says they have a touchdown. Carolina says they have the football. We have a difference of opinion, to say the least. Right into the line. The back dove for it. Dylan Stewart's the one who purportedly came up with it. Whatever they'll do, they'll review this one.
Rolling on the fumble recovered in the end zone by South Carolina. That's a touchback.
You know right it is. Oh my, Dylan Stewart, the freshman who had 3 fumble recoveries on the year, gets another one in the bowl game.
I think he got stuck pretty hard about the 1-yard line, and the ball popped out evidently, and that's what happened. We couldn't see it. I couldn't see it in this second row that I'm sitting in up here. Todd's got a better. Todd, what did you see down there?
That's right. I got a 3-foot advantage on you.
I think that's what happened.
McCrary definitely started to reach the football out, and Dylan Stewart comes in and pulls it out of the end zone. Definitely nobody had it. We'll step aside. Right now the Gamecocks have got it up to the touchback at their own 20-yard line. Carolina leads at 3-0 with 6:14 to go in the first. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
This is the Duke's country song, the song about Duke's country. Yes, it's the Duke's country song, and you can sing along. Friends, you just heard 12 seconds of the Duke's country song. A real much longer song you can hear at dukescountry.com. And you can sing along.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. This is Carolina Calls, your source for everything Gamecocks.
He's Shane Beamer. I'm Todd Ellis. Great to be with you.
That was a gutty win. That was a physical win. We played with toughness, and that's what you had to have.
Coach Beamer joins us for a full hour of Carolina football talk throughout the season.
They had 10 men on the field the first time they punted the football. Our crowd that contribute directly to that.
Listen live every Thursday night on your home for Gamecock football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at gamecocksonline.com.
The Fighting Illini had one of the top turnover margins in the country. Just spoiled and spilled one. On the Gamecock 1 yard line, the ball rolled into the end zone. After McCrary was hit on a 1st and goal from the 1, Dylan Stewart comes up with it, and things are heating up for the Gamecocks. Speaking of heat, let's go down to the sideline to Chet Tucker. Chet, the sun has come out here in Florida, and after that rain this morning, I suggest that we are feeling and the players are feeling some more heat.
They certainly are. It's an artificial turf down here, so those little black pellets within the field of play absorb all that sunlight. It's shining bright now, so that field temperature is going to get up above the 80-degree air temperature that it is. So right now on the field, probably playing about 90 degrees.
Well, let's see who's in shape after the break.
Todd, officially, Debo Williams is the guy credited with causing the fumble.
And Dylan Stewart with the recoveries.
Yes.
So it's 1st and 10 for Carolina with 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Carolina at their own 20-yard line. And Oscar Attaways to the right of Sellers. Here comes the Illini. They're blitzing. We're running left side. Oscar with a good cut with that left foot in the ground and drives towards the 25-yard line. We'll call it a 4-yard gain on the play. Torricelli Simpkins, the Charlotte transfer from North Carolina Central. Lonnie Teasley, our offensive line coach, recruited him at North Carolina Central, and then we got him here. And he's done a heck of a job at right guard. 2nd down and 6. Sellers out of the gun again. They'll run again. This time left side, being tracked down from behind around the 25-yard line is Attaway. Attaway at 8 receptions on the year, not used so much in the passing game. Gains 1 yard there on the ground. Little Rock, Arkansas transfer from North Texas. Big part of the lineup this year. Illinois with wholesale substitutions on their defense as Carolina's looking at a 3rd and 5. Gage Larvidan is coming to the lineup for Carolina. Harbor splits out way to the right side. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Snap it back. Sellers in the pocket. Got some time. Steps up. Crossing route. Oh, thrown behind his man. And that was intended for Jared Brown. And I believe he could have turned the corner, Tommy, and gotten the first down towards the Carolina bench. But it's behind him in the first incompletion for Lenoris on the day.
Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. It looked like Lenoris' feet were not settled at all, and he was just kind of just not quite sure. When you throw that pass, you really, it's an angled pass. You got to be careful with your setup, and I definitely think had he caught it, he could have turned because he was about on the 30-yard line anywhere, close to it. He'd have just fallen forward. He'd have probably made it.
Here's Kai Kroger, 2nd in the SEC and 3rd in the country. It's a low punch, trying to get over the head of Beatty. And he has one of the tops in the country at returning punts at 14-yard average. And the Gamecocks are down there and get Hank Beatty Jr. down on the ground around the 25-yard line. So a dangerous low punt from Kai Kroger of 54 yards. A 3-yard return, but not much damage. Demetrius Knight on the stop for Carolina. And the Gamecocks hold that lead, but had to punt it away. Illinois will have the football when we come back with 5:12 in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Carolina. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
We're still the one. During Jim Hudson's model year-end sales event, everything is marked down to go. Shop over 2,000 vehicles with up to $11,000 in savings. Or get financing as low as 0% for 60 months, plus 0 down, plus 0 payments for 90 days. During Jim Hudson's model year-end sales event at jimhudson.com.
Excludes tax, tech, title, $5.99 closing fee. Expires 8/31/24. 16.67 per thousand finance with approved credit. Discount off MSRP. Includes all factory incentives. Example, new 23 Ford F-150 stock F-3755 Ford.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt, and we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Spurs Up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Couple of teams looking for their 10th win of the season. The Gamecocks are in search of their 10th win. They have won 9 or more games 8 times and have won 10 or more games just 4 times. They have posted a school record 11 wins in 3 straight seasons from 2011 and 2013. Illinois is looking to tie a school record for wins in a season with 10, set in 1902, 1983, 89, and 2001. A couple 9-3 teams, one from the Big Ten, one from the SEC. And the Gamecocks from the Southeastern Conference lead this one 3-0. And we got 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Great to be with you on the Gamecock Sports Network. Bakari Swain checks in at one of the corner spots. O'Donnell Fortune split out wide to the defense's right. Nick Emanwari, the All-American, playing in this ball game back at free safety. All right, here's Luke Altmaier, who's 2 of 2 throwing the football. Oh, there's all kinds of movement.
Yeah, there's movement on the right side, I believe, Todd. That's what Dylan Stewart knows we're pointing to.
One of the least penalized teams in the Big Ten and in the country. Incredibly efficient under Brett Bielema. Of course, the former Arkansas coach. Here's the call.
Delay a game. Defense using disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So they are asserting that the Gamecocks were barking out signals to try to get the Illini to jump. And that penalty goes against the Gamecocks and not the false start we anticipated against Illinois. Certainly somebody with good hearing working that one against Carolina. Altmaier now on 1st and 5 from the 29-yard line. Fake inside. He's got some pressure thrown to the outside. Incomplete. Carolina on a blitz. Dylan Stewart a part of that. Franklin the intended receiver, but it really was nowhere close to him. And 2nd and 5 upcoming. Altmaier on the season went 198 of 230, 325 for 2,543 yards, completing 60% of his passes. 2nd down and 5, ball right in the middle of the field. Carolina shifts the defense as they move the back over. And Shane Beamer steps out on the field and says that's a false start, and the official runs in.
False start. Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Tanner Arkin moved as the Gamecocks stemmed. Tommy, it's nice to see that defensive move of stemming. That means all the defensive line shifts in one direction right before the snap. That affects someone other than us because we've gotten burned by that several times.
Yeah, really. And a lot of times you know it's coming, but it still unnerves you, causes you to flinch or move or do something during the ball game.
3-0 Carolina. 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Altmaier. It's a sprint draw play on the right side. Lawfery's got some room across the 35-yard line. Picks up a first down before he's finally knocked out of bounds by Nick Emanwari. First team All-American, but not before. Lawfery gains 10 yards, and the Illini first down. And somebody might be mixing it up. It might be Bakari Swain over on the Illinois sideline. Brett Bielema pushes his team back and says get off the sideline as Swain and a couple of the Fighting Illini were mixing it up. It does draw a flag. Now I can see it.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 4. That's his first for disqualification. It's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Wow. So Bakari Swain gets the Fighting Illini right to the 50-yard line, or just shy of it. They're still on their side of the field. And an undisciplined play on the Illini bench.
Redshirt freshman.
Altmaier, the junior, steps back. Pistol formation. They'll hand off again. Lawfery finds the spot. Slips out to the right side before being handcuffed and dropped to the ground by Swain, the guy who just got the penalty. But it's an 8-yard gain on the play. And Lawfery, who goes 5'11", 200 pounds, has found some creases here.
Yeah, he's the leading rusher on the football team for Illinois, only 522 yards, but he's been Big Ten co-offensive player of the week one time when he had 172 yards versus Northwestern. So he's a player. Got to watch him.
81 rushes overall to 532 yards. The Illini with a 2 tight end set. And now up under center is a new quarterback, Altmaier. No, that's his Altmaier. He takes a direct snap for the first time of the day, and they try to run the ball on the Gamecocks' right side. Knocked out of bounds. They're definitely into Gamecock territory. We'll see where they spot it.
First down, though. That's another one. Good drive for Illinois now.
It is the first down. They trail the Gamecocks 3-0. The clock running at 3:32 in the first quarter here in the cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Now Altmaier's going to go split out left side. They'll bring Beatty in, and they'll run a reverse. And Altmaier wants to throw it back to Beatty, and Carolina will have none of it because Tonka Hemingway was in the face. They tried to reverse. Altmaier then spins out right side, had to get it right away out to the right, because Tonka was pressuring. No chance for the trick play to work. And it's second down for 10 at the Carolina 39-yard line.
Looked like Sanders and Hemingway were back there, but just a good bit quicker than the offensive line that time for Illinois.
Judge Collier back in the lineup for Carolina. Everybody up the line of scrimmage except E-Man Worry. Altmaier out of the gun, looking right side, quick underneath throws, got his man in front of Judge Collier. That's Franklin. Zachary Franklin, 6'1", 190-pounder from Dallas, Texas. He transferred from Ole Miss. Came in the summer of 2024 with 1 season of eligibility remaining. He gains 10 on that play. And now 2 tight end set for Illinois. We've got something going. And that'll be a handoff left side. Lawfery making some Gamecocks miss. He spins back inside to take a big hit from Carolina, including from Bam Martin Scott. He gains 5 on the play. And the mesh there between Aiden Lawfery and Altmaier was a little slow, but Lawfery didn't make it a loss for the Fighting Illini.
Todd, looked like he's getting a little chippy out there with a couple of defensive ends, and for Carolina, and some maybe a tackle or two, and got to watch that a little bit.
3-0 Carolina. Illini on the 8th play of this drive. Khalil Valentine in at tailback. They'll go underneath center. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Altmaier, toss sweep. Valentine, left side, gets cut down, but it's right at the 20-yard line or so. Nicky Manworry with a good tackle. It's a 3-yard gain on the play. And 3rd and short upcoming for Illinois. They went 9-3 on the season. Lost on the road to Penn State and Oregon, 2 playoff teams. Took a upset loss at home to Minnesota. So it's 3rd down and 1. The ball on the Gamecock 19-yard line with 1:31 to go in the first quarter. Josh McCrary already put 1 on the ground with a fumble. Will be behind Altmaier. Offset line to the right side. Carolina's trying to shift over. Now they might be calling timeout. Illinois calls timeout. Carolina looked like to be the one that was confused.
Illinois, their first charge of the half, 30 seconds.
So, Tommy, the Fighting Illini there, either purposely or not, had an unbalanced line, trying to catch Carolina off balance themselves on a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I kind of liked it going under the center, too, because they're doing a good job with that. And what I was looking for then was maybe a pass, some kind of a fake pitch and maybe a pass, which had been a really sneaky play, but had been a good call. So, they're pretty creative offensive scheme so far. Good drive for them.
It's actually with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Carolina leading 3-0. in the 76 Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. It's 3rd and 2, not 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2 on the Gamecock 19-yard line. Carolina had a nice drive to open the scoring on their first series. 11 plays, 46 yards. Got a 29-yard field goal from Herrera. Took 5:48 off the clock. And the Illini got a catch and run down to the 1-yard line for Carolina and then fumbled on the next play. This is their biggest challenge so far. McCrary and Jordan Anderson both in the backfield. Altmaier under center. 3rd down and 2 at the Gamecock 19. Handoff to the fullback who's taken down. I think he got it because he fell forward. Brian Thomas Jr. came in and got him around the hips, but Carolina not celebrating on defense. And the Illini may have moved the sticks with Jordan Anderson, the fullback, 6'4", 240, coming in. Well, let's wait. And that'll be an official timeout to check that marking to see if they move it. And now they set it.
To me, it was enough for a first down, but we have a bad angle here.
They did take a cutback away from us, Tommy, which made it hard to tell exactly where his upper torso fell. Luke Altmaier, the quarterback for Illinois, speaking to T.J. Sanders. And the Illini get the first down as they check it. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Carolina 13-yard line. 17-yard line. Carolina in a 4-man front. No Kyle Kennard today. Gamecocks have got 1 sack. It's Jatius Gear in there at one defensive end along with Dylan Stewart right now. But the Illini have done this, most of their damage on this drive on the ground. All right, 3 wide receivers over to the right side. McCrary's in the backfield. He'll shift to the left of Altmaier. They'll hand to him straight at the middle. And McCrary falls inside the 15-yard line as he goes straight up the middle. Demetrius Knight with the tackle on the play, along with Nick Eman-Worry, a 2-yard gain on the play. Boy, clock is just rolling here in the first quarter. 27 seconds remaining between this matchup of Big Ten and SEC opponents. Both teams 9-3 on the season. They do break the huddle with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Altmaier, wearing number 9, calls for the football out of the gun. Fake. Now wants to run up inside. Look like a busted play. Now wants to throw. He's got a man at the goal line. They can catch at the 2. And they call it out of bounds after the catch.
No, I think it's good, Todd. I think
they call the catch and then out of bounds. He did not get in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Inside the 1-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter.
He'll take a long look at this because Zachary Franklin made the catch and then reached the football, tried to get inside the pylon.
Previous plays for the review, the ruling on the field was short of the line to gauge.
You know, Tommy, that's one of those plays. That's one of those plays I feel like a busted play like that, we get called with just a sneeze for having players down the field.
Yeah.
And they had no linemen down the field. And Altmaier pulls the football up and gets it to Franklin, and I believe that is a touchdown. I think before he stepped out, he got his foot inside. It gives me a chance as the review goes forward on the Cool Care Heating and Air. Don't forget, Cool Care Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Refrigeration is proud to be Gamecock football's official review sponsor. Schedule an official review of your HVAC unit for the winter. Call them at 803-772-7715 or schedule online at coolcarehvac.com. Let's step aside. They'll check this play out. We'll be back. Carolina up 3-0. We're at the end of the first quarter. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Hey y'all, Coach Shane Beamer here. Football season is upon us, and that means Columbia is welcoming fans from around the corner and across the country. No matter where you're from, Gamecocks love coming together for game day energy that can only be found in South Carolina's capital city. Book hotel rooms, find pre- and post-game activities, and plan your tailgate spread with local favorites from pimento cheese to barbecue at experiencecolumbiasc.com. We'll see you soon, and go Gamecocks.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long. Right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Gamecocks trailing the Illini 6-3 while we were away. The touchdown counted, so extra point pending. Gamecocks trail the Illini 6-3 after 1 quarter of action from the cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Chris Miller at our network studios, checking the Beatbox College scoreboard. Beatbox now for sale in Williams-Brice Stadium. In the Tigers Sun Bowl, Tony the Tigers Sun Bowl, it's all square 21-21 between Washington and Louisville. LSU on top of Baylor 7-0 in the Kenders Texas Bowl. Still to come, you've got the college football playoff quarterfinal between Boise State and Penn State, and it was Michigan defeating Alabama 19-13 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. With the call the second quarter, here's the voice of the Gamecocks, Todd Ellis.
Thank you, Chris. Happy New Year to you. And yes, the Illini did score. 11 plays, 76 yards, a 15-yard touchdown throw from Altmaier to Franklin. Originally ruled out. He did get the football inside the pylon, and now David Alano will try the extra point to make it a 7-3 game for the Fighting Illini as we start the second quarter of play. Sun still shining brightly here in Orlando. Had some rain this morning. Heated up on the field. And now with that 11-play drive, the Illini trying to cap it off. They kick it in the south end zone, and they've got it. So the Big Ten takes the lead.
This is officially end of the first quarter.
So despite the 0 on the clock, now it officially ends because the touchdown play took place at the end of the quarter, and the extra point was there afterwards. Boy, Jatius Gear was right on Altmaier on the play. A very nice throw to Franklin. Well, what looked to be a confusion in the backfield and maybe what play was being run, but Altmaier made the best of it. And now the Gamecocks will come back on offense, but trailing for the first time today. The Illini have 113 yards of total offense to Carolina's 51. And so no Rocket Sanders and Lenora Sellers, 3 of 4 in the day, passing the football for 24 yards. He's also rushed it 3 times for 6, but Oscar Attaway's done most of the work in the backfield for Carolina. Mike Shula in his debut of offensive coordinator for the Gamecocks. Uchowski to kick off for the Illini, and over the head of Juju McDowell for a touchback on the play. And despite, Tommy, what we heard and what we saw this year from the Fighting Illini, plays a lot of man coverage. They have played soft. They have tried to keep these Gamecocks in front of them and not let Lenora Sellers get a big playoff. And that all year long, they played man with those corners and brought a lot of pressure.
You know, Todd, I was thinking about that exact same thing, because I kept sitting here watching the coverage they were doing, and while Lenoir was having problems a little slower than normal finding someone, and they're in that zone more or less, and you know, just playing it soft like a lot of people do. They want to make sure, number one, we don't beat them man to man, but also make sure he doesn't break it out of there and just really beat us on the run.
Jordan Howell's into the ball game, and Lenore Sellers wants to throw it on first down. Got to step up in the pocket, got a crossing route. And a nice catch and run by Michael Smith, the 6'6", 255-pound freshman from Savannah, Georgia. A 10-yard gain and moves the chains.
Good play by Sellers that time to step up in the pocket. He felt the pressure on the outside. Then he stepped up and saw Smith coming right in front of him. Nice route that time. Good pass, good completion.
1st and 10 for Sellers. Got 3 wide receivers over the left side. He's looking that way. A deep out route, and he sails it over the head of Nick Harbor. That one just got away from Lenoris. Michael Smith's patting his helmet like I was open underneath. And I think there was a window there, but it was pretty small for Harbor. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Lenoris has got the sunshine right in his face coming out of that southwest end zone over the stadium here at Camping World in Orlando, Florida. Boy, Illinois substituting a lot of football players. 4-man rush. Now Jared Brown comes into the back well. Jordan Howell splits out to the left side. Sellers going to keep it himself right side. Gets one good block, gets hit, and driven down around the 39-yard line. Good inside out push by Ryan Mead on Sellers, who jumped one defender, then got hit hard. It was a 4-yard gain, but here comes 3rd down for Carolina with 14:06 to go in the second quarter. They're trailing 7-3 to the Illini. A lot of substitutions again. Carolina got 3 wide receivers over the left side. That's the wide side of the field. They need to get to their own 45-yard line. Howell's the back in the backfield. Sellers working out of the gun. Sellers, 3-man rush, got some time. Crossing route, got his man, good catch. And a first down at the 49-yard line. That's Mazio Bennett. Boy, he reached down Tommy around his hip and knees and pulled a very firmly thrown ball into his gut for a 9-yard gain and a Carolina first down.
Another good example of Sellers stepping up in the pocket, too, and having that receiver come across his face so he didn't have to look for him and really getting it to him.
Sellers back to work in the gun, going down the field's got a man, incomplete to Josh Simon. Oh, it's on his fingertips, and then they made a good hit on Josh, who looks like he's hurt in his ribs and running towards the sideline. Just missed his man, and Illinois did a good job of coming off the hash mark. Other than that, Josh would have been gone. And it's 2nd and 10 for Carolina.
Yeah, he threw it a little high going across the middle. You do not want to do that to these receivers because they have to stretch out and they take those hits in the ribs. They come back if they can and talk, and they can tell you then don't get it down next time. And that's what he probably will tell Sellers.
Simon out of the ball game for the moment at least. Bennett comes in motion right side. It will be Howell. Howell right side, got a lot of room. Breaks one tackle inside the 40 of the Illini. And a Carolina first down on great block right side by Cason Henry and Torricelli Simpkins. 15-yard gain. That's a head scratcher for the Fighting Illini. That was wide open. Carolina right back up to the line of scrimmage. Lenoris out of the gun. Howell left side this time. Got another big hole. He runs into a linebacker, drops the shoulder on him, and pushes forward for a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, good tempo right now. Keep it going, guys. Pick it up.
Michael Smith, the tight end of the lineup. He goes over to the right side. 3 wide receivers to the left. Howell stays in, puts his hands on his hips. Lenoris looks down at that offensive line, sets him, calls for the football, snaps it back. Trailing 7-3. Lenoris in some trouble, looking left side. Gates Larvidan right at the marker, makes 2 moves, and it catches it on the far sideline near the Gamecock bench. And let's see where it is. It looks to be a yard short, I believe, of the first down needed. It got 3 when it needed 4, but Gage did a good job, Tommy, of shaking that defender as Lenore Sellers was on the sprint out.
Boy, we say this so often. As the quarterback gets in trouble, the receiver has to help him out. That time, Cage was going to release downfield. He couldn't go there, so he came back. Sellers saw it and got it to him and picked up a nice gain.
Oscar Attaway in now on a 3rd down and 1 at the Illini 28. 7-3 Illinois. It will be Attaway trying the left side. They got him around the hips. I don't know if he got enough.
It's close.
Boy, he was falling forward, and a good job by the Illini. Now there's the move. It is a 1st down Carolina, and shockingly Shane Beamer signaling the same.
I want to go back to Cage Laverdan, though. That was really a nice play, Todd, as you know, because Sellers was in trouble running to his side. He kind of waved him downfield. Cage tried to go there. The defender cut him off, so he turned around and came back, and that's when he got it to him for a nice gain, which set up that 1st down right there on 3rd down. So nice relationship, nice communication between the quarterback and the receiver.
Josh Simon's back in the ball game on the 10th play of the drive. 1st and 10 for Carolina with 11 minutes to go in the 1st half. Look at the Illini bringing out people late. 1 second left on the play clock.
Look at Beamer. I don't blame him.
Yeah, the Fighting Illini running out people late, and he is upset.
That's a Mississippi trick like that, except instead of injuries, they're running the players late.
Yeah, there are no interest in letting Carolina catch some rhythm. Right now they got it 1st and 10, but they trail by 4, 7-3 Illini with 10:53 to go in the 1st half. We'll be back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
A tough math teacher, a dedicated coach, a best friend. People who inspire you to be your best possible self. At Prisma Health, you inspire us. We're making healthcare exceptional for everyone across the Midlands and Upstate. With more access to the highest level of care, research innovations, and patient education, we're committed to helping you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health is proud to be the official team physicians for the Gamecocks. For more information, visit prismahealth.org/Gamecocks.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it at the goal line. Touchdown Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long. Right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Back at Camping World Stadium, the Gamecocks on the move, 1st and 10 at the Illini 27. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Before the break, the Gamecocks forced to take a timeout as the Illini running on people very late in the play clock. And Shane Beamer has been livid while we have been away talking with our great sponsors on the Gamecock Sports Network. Let's go down on the sideline. Chet, you know, there are all kinds of things. Obviously, if an offense substitutes, the defense has the right to substitute as well and be given that time. But the Illini right now are doing everything they can to slow down Carolina's momentum.
And it's not, Todd, that they're just making substitutions. Even on offense, they're bringing 12 people out. They're not huddling, but they're bringing 12 on, running the 11th man off. It's been something that Coach Beamer has been on the officials about, looking for clarification of their mechanism. There, right before the timeout, the back judge had stepped away from the ball. Carolina was ready to move when Illinois started bringing players on, and the referee stepped back over the ball. And so he wanted an explanation as to what the mechanism is that allows them to do that. I don't think he was satisfied with it, but at least he voiced his concern.
Kevin Marr, the referee, I know one thing. He got an earful during the break. And here's Carolina now, 1st and 10. They break Jared Brown into the backfield. Oscar Attaway comes in motion. They'll fake to Attaway. Lenoris wants to throw it. Goes back to Attaway on the edge. Makes the catch. Good cut around the 25 and knocked out of bounds on the Illini bench. Boy, that looked like a late hit. I don't see a flag coming out for Oscar, who got thrown in the middle of that blue and orange, a 7-yard gain on the play. Good read by Lenoris Sellers.
Yeah, good look off that time, too, because he faked to him initially, coming in motion to the right. Then Lenoris kept focused downfield. What that does is freeze those defensive backs, those corners, the linebacker, whatever, just a second. Then he, at the last minute, he goes out to Attaway. So nice look off by the quarterback.
2nd down and 3 at the Illini 20-yard line. 10-14 to go in the second quarter. Oscar Attaway right in the middle of the line. Nothing going for Carolina there. Good tackle from the outside coming in on the play. Matthew Bailey from Moultrie, Illinois, stopping Attaway for just a 1-yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 2 for Carolina now. And the Gamecocks are 4 of 6 on 3rd down. Attaway goes in motion, empties the backfield. Lenoris Sellers got 3 wide receivers to the right. He wants to run in that direction. Got 1 block. Lenoris makes a move, steps out of bounds. It looks like he got to the marker and a Carolina 1st down.
Just close, I would say that.
He stepped over 1 defender and slowed him down a little bit. Let's call it 3 and a Gamecock.
I think
1st down.
I think it is the 1st down. You're right. Yeah.
Boy, good little stutter step got him there right before he stepped out of bounds. Good blocking on the edge by Nick Harbor and the wide receiving corps. Big improvement this year in how these guys block downfield. Carolina on the move now with 9:06 to go in the first half. The 13th play of the drive. 2 tight end set. Lenoris Sellers has got Howell in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Fake inside to Howell. Down the middle of the field, jump ball in the back of the end zone, incomplete. Oh, intended for Michael Smith. And that's another one from Lenoris, just off the fingertips of the wide receiver, that time the tight end, who had a step. Oh, he'll want that back, maybe both of them, Tommy.
Yeah.
Michael with not the best of efforts, and Lenoris with not the best of passes.
Lenoris just a little high, and that's okay. I mean, I talk about that often, about getting it down some, but you want to get it over those linebackers and that secondary coverage, but it was there. 2nd
down and 10 now. They'll try Howell out the back door to the right side into the boundary, and Howell gets clamped down on for just a 3-yard gain on the play as the clock goes to 8:39 in the first half. Carolina trails Illinois 7-3. Lenoris Sellers 7-11 on the afternoon for just 53 yards. 5 rushes for 13. A heavy load with no Rocket Sanders. Here's the Illini again going slow, bringing people out on the field. Play clock's down to 9. Lenoris got 2 wide receivers over to the left side. Let's show them the time doesn't matter here. Snap it back. Lenoris, left side. Ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete on the play. He wanted a quick out route. They did have man coverage, but they got their hand up, and Alex Bryant, the defensive tackle from Houston, Texas, batted it down. And it's 4th and 7, and Alex Herrera comes on the field.
He had Laverdan open over there on the man coverage, Todd, as you said, and I think that's where he was going with it. Nice pass design, play design that time. Good routes, and just not able to get it to him.
Gamecocks line up what looks like a fake with Kai Kroger in the shotgun. 3 guys right side. Kai Kroger wants to dump one down the middle. Incomplete on a 4th down play. He underthrows. It looks like the tight end or the deep snapper, Hunter Rogers, who they bat the ball away. And the fake field goal attempt goes null and void for Carolina. And the score remains 7-3. Illinois. Kroger, who was 7 of 9 coming in, went to Boogie Huntley on the play, and Boogie cannot bring it in, and Carolina gets blanked on that drive. We'll step away at 7-3 Illinois. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
It's important for everyone to understand that a substance use disorder is a treatable disease, not a moral failing. Some people in recovery can and do go on to lead healthy lives, and your support is essential. Avoid words like addict, habit, junkie, and clean. They suggest a person is the problem rather than having a disease. And feeling stigmatized can reduce someone's interest in recovery. Find resources at embracerecoverysc.com.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt, and we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
This is Carolina Calls, your source for everything Gamecocks.
He's Shane Beamer. I'm Todd Ellis. Great to be with you.
That was a gutty win. That was a physical win. We played with toughness, and that's what you had to have.
Coach Beamer joins us for a full hour of Carolina football talk throughout the season.
They had 10 men on the field the first time they punted the football. Our crowd that contributes directly to that.
Listen live every Thursday night on your home for Gamecock football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Back at the Citrus Bowl, the cheez-it Citrus Bowl, the 76th version of it. The Gamecocks just went 16 plays, 62 yards. It took 7:01 off the clock, but they got no points as they lined up for a 31-yard field goal. The direct snapped it to Kai Kroger, who acted like he was running right side, tried to throw it down the middle to Boogie Huntley. And Tommy, it looked like well executed, except for the throw. It just didn't come out like Kai Kroger normally throws the football.
I agree with that, and Kroger's been pretty good at that all of his career. But in that case, just did not get it where it should have been, because Huntley, good athlete, very good athlete from right there in Columbia, went to Hammond, and just a good kid, good family and all, but just not able to get the pass high enough and far enough for him to make the catch.
I mean, what do you like? You like the call there? Do you take the 3 points, or do you like the fake in that situation?
I think the call is okay. Yeah, it's a bowl game, and you got to want to do something a little different here, and I think that's a pretty good call, really. Just the execution wasn't what we normally would expect.
Here's Altmaier now after the fake field goal failed, back to work, and he goes with McCrary over to the left side. Josh McCrary breaks a tackle at the second level and breaks it across the 20-yard line for a 10-yard gain on the play before Nick Emanwuri brings him down. Coach Beamer told me in the pregame that tackling is always a key in bowl game because you've had that break. That time, Carolina not a good job of tackling McCrary on the play. Altmaier with a fresh set of downs and 7:30 to go in the second quarter. His team leading 7-3. Out of the gun, blitz right side. They get it out on the edge to their wide receivers trying to turn the corner up towards the marker and knocked out of bounds. I don't know how Altmaier got that over the hands of two defenders. Malik Elzy, though, makes the catch, an 11-yard gain on the play. We were blitzing, Tommy, right into that.
Yeah, exactly. The ball just went between their hands like it does when you kick a field goal. It goes between the goalposts, but just gosh, it looked like they could have somebody knocked it down and picked it off or doing something.
Now Carolina's playing the slow game as well as they're running out players late onto the field.
I think that's fair.
A four-man front for Carolina right now. It's good to see Nick Marnette in there. The defensive tackle was going to redshirt. And now toss sweep over to the right side. Carolina there to meet the back. McCrary hit hard after he gains a couple towards the Gamecock bench. We'll call it 2. 2nd and 8 upcoming as the clock runs at 6:25. 6:25. DeAndre Jules with the stop. Monkel Goodwine and Jules in there now, the defensive tackle. Stewart and Thomas Jr. And they'll run the ball again left side, and that time Monkel Goodwine with a stop No gain on the play. Goodwine, that's his 15th tackle on the season, and here comes third down. 3rd and 8 for the Illini with 5:55 to go in the first half, and this Carolina fan base is letting this defense know we want to stop, and we want to stop now. The Illini 1 of 2 on the afternoon on third down. They got 3 wide receivers over the left side. Altmaier working out of the gun, changing something up based on Carolina's look. He's 5 of 7 on the day. Claps, calls for the football, looking left side. Got a man caught in the flats across the 40, not enough up to the 45 or 44 for the first down. They tried the pick play on a quick out route, and they gained 5 when they needed 8. 4th down upcoming. Carolina with 2 timeouts remaining in the half.
Illinois does a good job of that, a route like that, Todd, with that other receiver blocking downfield. They block really well in the open space out there, so that's one of the reasons the play ends up picking up some extra yards.
Hugh Robertson, the normal punter from Melbourne, Australia, went in the transfer portal, and Pinto Jr. from Houston, Texas, is out to punt. And Kilgore stands back.
Well,
this is a terrible punt.
Yeah.
Pinto has it bounced at the Carolina 35, and that's where it will be marked. And the Gamecocks with 4:42 remaining in the half, down 4, will have good field position. We'll step aside. Shadows hitting the field here in Orlando, Florida, and the Gamecocks down by 4, 7-3 Illini. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Spurs up.
Back left, Juju open at the 10, good five, steps up and high, steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 backs in the backfield, handoff right side, Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40 at the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
We're back in Orlando, Florida. The Gamecocks 9-3, taking on the Fighting Illini of Illinois, who are also 9-3. Carolina trailing 7-3 in the ball game. They're going to take the football here with 4:42 to go, and they have 2 timeouts remaining. Tommy, often the case, penalties and some boneheaded penalties and turnovers always big in bowl games. And the one scoring drive that the Illini had, Carolina gave up 20 yards of penalties just in that one drive alone. We got to be more disciplined and find some solutions on offense.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to get this first half over with right now. Let Shane get with them at halftime. As we said earlier, a little chippy out there. Got to calm it down a little bit. But Illinois is a good football team, and we have missed some opportunities. We have not played as disciplined football as we have all year long. And that happens sometimes. You get the first half through the system and come out and play well in the second half. Also, though, of course, we'd like to get some points here on the board. We kind of took one away from Illinois when they fumbled in the end zone on the 1-yard line, and then they just got one back there, a gift from us when we didn't throw the ball well. So we kind of all even and all that stuff, but let's just get some drive down here and get a good-looking drive and put some points on the board and go in at halftime.
Lenora Sellers, who had a career-high 166 yards rushing against Clemson, is averaging just 2.6 yards per carry. He's in the backfield, pistol formation. They're going to roll right. Lenoris has got some room. He dumps it out to Oscar Ottaway. And Lenoris could have run further up the seam than he did there. It's a 6-yard gain, a nice one on first down. And a nice job by Kason Henry sealing, along with Josh Simon, sealing that right side so Sellers could roll out.
Yeah, I think you're right, Todd. I think he could have run and cut back across the middle and picked up maybe a good bit more yards, but still good completion. Nice first down play.
Sellers moves Michael Smith over to the left side. He's in the pocket and wants to throw. There's a crossing route there. Now he goes to Oscar Ottaway again on the Illini bench, makes the catch, steps out of bounds. It's into Illinois territory. A 6-yard gain again and a first down for the Gamecocks. Clock at 4:02. 2 timeouts remaining in this first half for Carolina. They trail by 4. Sellers back to work in a hurry. 4-man front for Illinois. Oscar left side, and they hit him in the backfield. Blitz off the short side of the field, -2 on the play. First time a big breach by Gabe Ackes from Port St. Lucie, Florida, ranked in the top 25 in forced fumbles, sacks, and tackles for a loss. You can see why he's been quiet so far. And now Carolina behind the sticks with a second down and 12 to go. Clock still running at 3:23.
And Illinois slowly running those players on the field.
Yep.
They're going to a picnic.
And Carolina lets that clock run down to 3:14. Sellers in the middle of the field. Screenplay left side. Got Oscar Ottaway. Can he get a block? Trying the far side on the bench. Not a good move. The cutback was there. He did not read his blockers like Rocket Sanders has done several times. And the Illini fight to get over there and knock him out of bounds. Just a 2-yard gain. And here comes... It's going to be third down for Carolina and about 10 yards with 2:49 remaining in the first half. Illini, big substitutions again. Carolina brings Nick Harbor over to the right side. And that's Dale Von Campbell to the left. Mazio Bennett in the slot to the left side. And the Illini is happy apparently to go to the locker room at 7-3. They're letting this clock go. Bennett goes over to motion right side. Fake inside, play action Sellers. Crossing route going to Harbor, and he got the catch at the 39. Big Nick Harbor's first catch on the afternoon's a bullet to the rib cage of number 8. It's good for 15 yards. And the Gamecocks move the sticks towards that south end zone with 2:14 to go in the half.
That's where you got to throw it right in the chest of that big boy and let him catch it and pull it in, and that's what he did. Excellent play by Sellers to stand up in that pocket.
3 wide receivers over the right side. Sellers in the pocket again. They snap and he's in some trouble. Now backs up in the pocket, gets another block, now rolls right side. Sellers with some room and some guys down the field. He overthrows Dale Von Campbell, who was open on the bench. Sellers with another miss.
This has been a timeout.
He's got to run that. It's okay to run it. He's done that all year long, and
that has flat out been his instinct.
No question.
Timeout on the field. And by the way, who called it? It's no signal. 2-minute warning, not timeout by either of the teams. The 2-minute timeout. The Illini lead 7-3. We'll be back. Carolina with a 2nd and 10 on the Fighting Illini 39. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
You're listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
Gamecocks trying to get points on the board here before the half ends with 1:53 to go here in Orlando at the cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Todd Ellis along with Tommy Suggs. Chet Tucker down on the sideline. Great to be with you. Great to be with his crew. Happy New Year, everybody. David Spence is our spotter. Douglas Kershaw Adams, our statistician. Dan Stewart, our engineer. Liz McMillan, our associate producer and producer today. Shout out to my boys, Graham and Blake Ellis. Happy birthday. The world's celebrating with you tonight. Very proud of you. Now I know what you want for your birthday, what I want. That's a Gamecock victory. Carolina working on it right now. And Tommy, you make a good point during the break, and that was, listen, 13 yards for Lenora Sellers, one of the most dangerous rushers in all of college football. And you wonder whether we've tried to pull the reins in on him and told him to throw the football when he can and not run it as much, because there's been some open space for him.
No question. Twice here, which has been pretty obvious to some of us up here, that Clemson game, other game, he would have run it. He would have just taken off, picked up 15 to 20 yards. Hadn't done that here today, though.
Juju McDowell in the ball game, and they run option play with Juju right side. He breaks one tackle. It gets knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Good read by Lenoris as the blitz was in his face. It's a 4-yard gain on the play. And third down, it should be 6. It is 3rd and 6 upcoming. Clock at 1:33. Carolina still with 2 timeouts remaining. Juju stays in the ball game. Lenoris has got him to the right. Bennett comes over in motion left side. That means there's 3 wide receivers in that direction. Snap it back. 3-man rush. Lenoris got time for the moment. Now going to run out. Makes a great move. Lenoris inside the 30. And drops down for a first down.
That's what we're talking about right there.
Right at the 26-yard line. 2 great moves. He didn't have to even run over anybody. And an 8-yard gain on the play with 1:11 to go in the first half. Carolina trailing by 4, 7-3, Illinois. Oh, he made him look foolish in that secondary. Lenoris again, 3 wide receivers. Now man in motion's Josh Simon. He'll go back to the left side. Settle down. Juju's in the backfield. Play action into him. Lenoris. Time again to Juju. Underneath. Makes the catch, but Illinois is right there at the 25. We'll call it a 2-yard gain on the play. Tommy, they're just playing that soft zone and making us throw underneath. Just a 3-man rush.
Yeah, 39 seconds to go, so we've got to pick it up a little bit.
Still got the 2 timeouts remaining. Sellers again out of the gun. They bring an extra rusher, but he's got time. Throws on the edge, caught, stepped out of bounds. Gamecocks have got it. Now they're in field goal. And Josh Simon has made the catch with 27. Oh my gosh, they called it out about.
Rolling on the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Incomplete pass.
Wow.
The ball's on the 25-yard line. Herrera is in range. This would be extensive for him. Still plenty of timeout with the time of the timeouts.
Play is under further review. Rolling on the field was an incomplete pass.
So this one's a question of folks, is whether he got a right foot down before the left one's down. Hey, don't fumble with your HVAC or plumbing. Call Cool Air, Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Refrigeration to take an official review of your air conditioning and plumbing needs. We appreciate Cool Care, Heating and Air, Plumbing, and Refrigeration for the reviews throughout the season. Boy, it's close, Tommy. A toe tap or the left foot out.
I think he can take your pick. I think it's going to be hard to overturn it, quite honestly.
Yeah, the call on the field with 27 seconds remaining was incomplete pass. And that would have put us, I don't know where that would have put us. We'll check the replay again.
I think about the 20-yard line, something like that, maybe about the 22, something in that play, that area. But again, the pass a little high, and he just got to get it down. He's wide open.
And Josh all alone over there. Oh, I think he got the right foot. There's a good angle.
I think, that's your best angle right there.
Right toe tap down. Yep. Look at him. He's even looking at the play as he puts his toe down inbounds. So that should be a completion. And now, Tommy, we got options with 27 seconds remaining and the 2 timeouts. So you're well within Herrera's range. You saved the last timeout for Alex to come on the field.
You're giving this official crew a lot of credit. But they're going to automatically.
Oh, that sure looked clear to me.
It did, me too, because the toe on the other foot was not bent up by touching the ground.
For further review, it was a completed catch.
There you go.
At the 21-yard line.
That's a good call, Tom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Herrera now, who's got a 29-yarder on the day with 28 seconds. That crowd will be ready to run out on the field. We had a fake field goal we did not convert on that would put us in the lead. And now the Gamecocks with 27 seconds remaining. Make that 28. They changed the play clock, the game clock. And Juju McDowell into the ball game to the right of Sellers. The Illini all up at the line of scrimmage. They're showing blitz here. Nobody deep back for him.
I think they're coming.
Juju goes in motion. They bring it. Sellers, quarterback draw up the middle, can't get away. Not a bad call for that play, and now that should be a timeout for Shane Beamer. And he does he's letting the clock run. Clock is down to 13. He's going to kick the field goal, Tommy, and not risk anything further here. At 5 seconds now, 4, 3. And Beamer calls the timeout with 3 seconds remaining.
South Carolina, second charge.
The Illini with the blitz, Tommy. We had a quarterback draw. If you pop that one, it probably goes into the end zone, and they just got enough of Sellers to get him on the ground.
Yeah, they're pretty good up front on both sides of the ball, no question about it. They've shown that today. Had a little blitz on the corner coming, and just probably had 2 men, 1 to 2 men up there more than we did. And good call by them, and we just didn't make it work.
Don't forget, we'll have our exclusive interview. Chet Tucker will with Shane Beamer. We'll have him here first off the field, thanks to Duke's Mayo. And then the Bud Light halftime report with Chris Miller. So here's Kai Kroger out on the field as the holder. Hunter Rogers is the snapper. Alex Herrera off the right hash mark from 41 yards out. Everybody's in the shade. Non-issue there, going towards the south end zone. To make it a 7-6 game going into half, and Illinois takes an icing timeout.
First timeout.
And burns theirs to get Alex Herrera to think about it. And Herrera, Tommy, after a couple faltered kicks early on in the year, has now hit 7 of his last 8. Good to see him gain confidence. Former walk-on, got the scholarship and won the job. But his long for the year is 46. This one's going to be from 41.
They got a little bit of a wind in his face, but nothing really to worry about. And he's come on. He's matured and gotten into the position as Sellers has at quarterback. So hopefully that'll continue on this kick, and we'll see.
The goal is to get 3 and to run the clock out. Just 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-3 Illinois. Herrera takes the steps, adjusts the pads from 41 yards out on the right hash mark. Put it down for him. Kick it up. Plenty long. Angling nicely. And off the upright. No good. No good. The Gamecocks do not get it. Illinois will go to halftime leading 7-3. Here's Chet Tucker.
There's a couple of missed opportunities here in the first half. What do you want to see in the second?
Just sad missed opportunities. Not playing terrible. We got to finish drives. We gave up 1 play on defense, but other than that, we just need to settle down and just do our jobs.
That's
Thank you.
Chet Tucker with our interview with Coach Beamer, brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Duke's Mayo, the official mayonnaise of the Gamecocks. It's got twang. Wow. The special teams not good to the Gamecocks today. They have a failed fake field goal and then a missed 41-yard field goal. And it leaves at least 6 points on the field, and they trail 7-3 at halftime. The Big Ten over the SEC for the moment. Coming up on the Bud Light Halftime Report, Chris Miller has all your highlights and numbers from the first half. Our halftime score: Illinois 7, Carolina 3. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Open at the 10. Goodbye. Steps up and high, steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey Gamecock fans, this is Coach Shane Beamer, and I want to encourage you to fly local. From takeoff to touchdown, the team and I support our local airport. For more information about the official airport of the Gamecocks and for a list of CAE's nonstop destinations, visit flycae.com.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt, and we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You're listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at gamecocksonline.com.
On the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Bud Light Halftime Report. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Today's coverage of the Citrus Bowl is brought to you by Experience Columbia, South Carolina. Expect fun beyond the field. Coming up, we'll be listening to the first half highlights and checking the first half numbers. Plus, we'll take a look at the Beatbox College Football Scoreboard. Now, once again, here's Chris Miller.
7-3, your Gamecocks trail. Yeah, they trailed the Illinois Illini at the break, and not much offense really brewing in this one. The Gamecocks, looked to start off well. They got the field goal, but then, as we heard from Coach Shane Beamer in his Duke's Mayo interview right at the end of the half, just missed opportunities for South Carolina, missed field goal, missed fake field goal, and that's where we sit with a score of 7-3, Illinois on top. And as we said, it started well for South Carolina. The Gamecocks go on defense first. A quick 3-and-out by the Gamecock D, including a sack by Brian Thomas Jr., who replaced Kyle Kennard in this one. And then the Gamecocks would put together a slow, methodical drive. It'd go 11 plays, 46 yards, and it ends with the foot of Alex Herrera.
Herrera looks up, calls for it. They put it down for him. He kicks it up to that north end zone and got it. The Gamecocks in the 76 cheez-it Citrus Bowl are on the board first. Their first drive of the afternoon. And they go up 3-0 with 7:24 to go in the first quarter.
So midway through the first frame, South Carolina leads it 3-0. Ensuing drive on the second play of the drive, Illinois hits a huge 59-yard pass. Jalen Kilgore chases down the receiver. Franklin shoves him out at the 1. That would prove to be important because on the next play, Josh McCray would be fumbled. It was stripped by Debo Williams. Dylan Stewart comes up with this massive play.
All right, first and goal to Gamecock. 1. Illinois right at the goal line. No call. It's a dive in. Gamecocks had him, and they call it. They say they got the football. Is he down or not? Illinois says they have a touchdown. Carolina says they have the football. We have a difference of opinion, to say the least.
They would take a look at that. The opinion would go in favor of South Carolina as the Gamecocks would take over after Dylan Stewart, the splash play, and recovers the fumble. Gamecocks offensively could do nothing. They go 3 plays, 5 yards, got to punt it away. Illinois then gets the football back. This time they answer on an 11-play, 76-yard drive.
Altmaier, wearing number 9, calls for the football out of the gun. Fake. Now wants to run up inside, look like a busted play. Now wants to throw. He's got a man at the goal line. They can catch at the 2. And they call it out of bounds after the catch.
No, I think it's good, Todd. I think
they call the catch and then out of bounds. He did not get in the end zone.
After review, they would decide that the touchdown catch was made by Franklin. Nifty little move as he was stepping out of bounds. He put the football over the pylon. It would be 7-3. The Gamecocks, though, they would answer another methodical drive. You'll hear that a lot as we talk about this first half. And this time it's 16 plays, 62 yards. The Gamecocks, however, would roll the dice as they line up for a field goal on 4th down.
Gamecocks line up what looks like a fake with Kai Kroger in the shotgun. 3 guys right side. Kai Kroger wants to dump one down the middle. Incomplete on a 4th down play. He underthrows. It looks like the tight end or the deep snapper, Hunter Rogers, who they bat the ball away. And the fake field goal attempt goes null and void for Carolina. And the score remains 7-3. Illinois.
So Gamecocks decide against taking the 3. They run the fake field goal, and it was there. Just underthrown a little bit by Kai Kroger, and he was looking for Alex Huntley in the middle of the end zone. Gamecocks D would answer, though. 5 plays, 28 yards for Illinois. They got to punt it away. Then South Carolina gets the football. Another methodical drive. Their 3rd drive of the first half of more than 10 plays. This time it's 12 plays, 43 yards. Alex Herrera would line up for a half-ending field goal attempt.
Herrera takes the steps, adjusts the pads. From 41 yards out on the right hash mark. Put it down for him. Kick it up. Plenty long. Angling nicely. And off the upright. No good. No good. The Gamecocks do not get it. Illinois will go to halftime leading 7-3.
And you didn't even need Todd's call to know what happened there when you hear the boom. Great job by our engineer, Dan Stewart, getting the audio for that one. 7-3, our score at the break. South Carolina, double-digit favorites in this one, but trailing the Fighting Illini of Illinois by a score of 7-3. Bud Light, proud partners of the Gamecocks, and proudly distributed locally by KW Beverage, right across the street from Williams-Brice. Please drink responsibly. Gamecocks, again, trail 7-3. We'll have your Beatbox College scores from around the country in the SEC when we return. This is the Bud Light Halftime Report on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you tired of hard seltzer? Bored with beer? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox. Beatbox is the official party punch of the South Carolina Gamecock Sports Network. Beatbox is gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go to your tailgate. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Go Gamecocks. Please drink responsibly. You must be 21 or older.
A tough math teacher, a dedicated coach, a best friend. People who inspire you to be your best possible self. At Prisma Health, you inspire us. We're making healthcare exceptional for everyone across the Midlands and Upstate. With more access to the highest level of care, research innovations, and patient education, we're committed to helping you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health is proud to be the official team physicians for the Gamecocks. For more information, visit prismahealth.org/Gamecocks.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. This is Carolina Calls, your source for everything Gamecocks.
He's Shane Beamer. I'm Todd Ellis. Great to be with you.
That was a gutty win. That was a physical win. We played with toughness, and that's what you had to have.
Coach Beamer joins us for a full hour of Carolina football talk throughout the season.
They had 10 men on the field the first time they punted the football. Our crowd that contribute directly to that.
Listen live every Thursday night on your home for Gamecock football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
Today's broadcast of the Cheez-it Citrus Bowl is brought to you by Experience Columbia SC. Expect fun beyond the field. Time now to check the Beatbox College scoreboard. Beatbox now for sale at Williams-Brice Stadium. Not a ton of games happening today. You've got right now Louisville leading Washington 35-21. That game's late in the third. That's the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. LSU all over Baylor 28-7. Still 6 minutes to go in the first half. LSU's got the football. That's the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Michigan, the Wolverines, defeat Alabama 19-13 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That game was played the first half in a monsoon in Tampa. Then tonight, the only game as part of the college football playoff tonight, it's Boise State and Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. Coming your way tomorrow, games in the quarterfinals. You've got Texas and Arizona State. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Then the Rose Bowl. That game comes your way at 5 o'clock. It's Oregon and Ohio State. Then the nightcap of the Sugar Bowl, Georgia and Notre Dame. Of course, those are all part of the college football playoffs. Gamecocks, they trail. That's right, they trail Illinois by a score of 7-3 here in the Cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Bud Light, proud partners of the Gamecocks, and proudly distributed locally by KW Beverage right across the street from Williams-Brice. Please drink responsibly. We'll check the numbers of the first half after this timeout with your halftime score. Illinois 7, Carolina 3. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show with Carolina football from Learfield.
It's not just football season, Gamecock fans. It's tailgate season. So, stock yours with plenty of fresh, locally grown, certified SC foods and drinks. Not only will you help support our state's farmers, enjoying farm-to-table can be on any table, like folding tables, and your lap tables, truck tailgate tables, buffet tables, or whatever table. So, choose fresh, choose local, choose certified SC. It's a matter of taste. Learn more at certifiedsc.com.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, score the confidence you need to start your journey with the power and exceptional capability of a new Ford F-150. With available smart tech like Pro Power on board, it's game on when F-150 is part of your team. For great offers and to learn more about a new Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today. Always consult the owner's manual for important operating instructions.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It's picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40 at the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecocks Sports Network from Learfield. This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of South Carolina. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of South Carolina and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of South Carolina.
As the official airport of the Gamecocks, CAE is committed to getting Gamecocks to where they want to go with ease. Operating more than 27 daily nonstop flights to New York City, Dallas, Chicago, Philadelphia, and more, flying locally is now easier than ever. With newly renovated shops and restaurants, CAE is the calm that every travel day needs. Why look anywhere else? Check CAE first. Fly local, fly CAE. For more information about flying out of CAE and a complete list of CAE's nonstop destinations, please visit www.flycae.com. Chris Miller at our network studios, where South Carolina trails Illinois 7-3 in the cheez-it Citrus Bowl. Time now to check your stats. First downs, Carolina leads at 11-10. Gamecocks dominating. Third down efficiency, 7 of 11. Illinois just 1 of 3. Total yards, 156 for the Gamecocks, 141 for Illinois. Passing the football, Carolina 88 yards, 101 for Illinois. Running the football, Gamecocks 68 yards, 40 for Illinois. Penalties, 3 against Carolina for 35 yards, 2 for 15 against Illinois. Time of possession, Gamecocks dominating that, 18-42 to 11-18. Individual stat, taking a look there first for the Illini. Quarterback Luke Altmaier, 6 of 8, 101 yards, 1 touchdown, but he has that one big throw, the 60-yarder, that really inflated those stats. Laughley has 5 carries for 30. McCray, 5 for 15. Valentine, 1 for 3. Anderson, 1 for 2. Receiving, Beatty has 2 for 64. That's that 59-yarder. Franklin's got 2 for 26. Elsie, 1 for 11. Laughley, 1 for no gain. For Carolina, Lenore Sellers is 13 of 19, 88 yards. Kai Kroger, 0 of 1, but that was a big miss. Would have been a touchdown pass if he could have completed it, because he had a wide open Alex Huntley running down the middle of the field. Leading rusher for Carolina is Mr. South Carolina State, Jawan Howell, 4 carries for 28 yards. Lenore Sellers, 7 for 19. Oscar Attaway, tough game for him, 8 carries, 17 yards. Juju McDowell, 1 for 4. Josh Simon, the leading receiver, 3 for 25. Attaway has 5 catches for 24. Harbor 1, but it was a big one for 15 yards. Michael Smith, 1 for 10. Bennett's got 1 for 9. Gage Larvadem, 1 for 3. Juju McDowell, 1 for 2. Gamecocks recovered a fumble. It was Dylan Stewart early in the game, which was a big one. Leading tackler for Carolina is Nicky Manwari. He has 5 tackles, 3 solos. Brian Thomas has 3 tackles to go along with a sack. At the half, again, Carolina trails Illinois by a score of 7-3. Stay with us. The second half kickoff is next. Your halftime score, Illinois 7, Carolina 3. This has been the Bud Light Halftime Report on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. 1 crisp taste, 4 simple ingredients. All natural Bud Light.
48-yard attempt. It's blocked. The Gamecocks got it blocked.
At any game time moment in every beer, we strive to make life easier to enjoy. Ice cold Bud Light and all the games.
Are you kidding me?
Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's important for everyone to understand that a substance use disorder is a treatable disease, not a moral failing. People in recovery can and do go on to lead healthy lives, and your support is essential. Avoid words like addict, habit, junkie, and clean. They suggest a person is the problem rather than having a disease. And feeling stigmatized can reduce someone's interest in recovery. Find resources at embracerecoverysc.com.
FS Envision Seed Corn and FS High Soy Soybeans provide best-in-class traits and genetics that perform. In farming, bushels matter to your bottom line. Our field-proven products deliver high yields year after year. Get the seed you need from the people you trust. Contact your local FS Envision and High Soy retailer or visit fsseed.com to learn more.
The Gamecocks in their 26th bowl game all-time at Carolina. They own a 10-15 mark in the previous 25 contests. Carolina's posted a 10-7 mark in the last 17 bowl contests after dropping the first 8. And Carolina trails in this ball game against Big Ten Illinois 7-3 at half. And Tommy, I'm not surprised really at first half action. You're missing your top running back, your consensus All-American defensive end. There's been mistakes in the kicking game, missed opportunities. It feels like we're looking at 0-0 right now with anybody's ball game to win.
Yeah, and I think both teams have given the other one a little bit of an advantage here and there. You know, they fumble in the end zone, as I said earlier, as everyone knows, and then we try to fake field goal, and, you know, the play was there, just not executed well. So, and then we missed a field goal. So, you know, there's enough mistakes to go around on both sides of the ball. What we got to do now is take this ball, we get it here in the second half, and we got to move it down the field and put some points on the board. We came into this game averaging 31.6 points per game, and we got 3. So playing a good football team, though. These guys are good, Big Ten, so let's go get them, guys.
Ethan Achowski to kick off for Illinois, and it's an onside kick. And the Illini are diving forward. Carolina scrambles at the Illini 49. There's a fight. I saw white jerseys that looked like on the bottom. They certainly had an opportunity because Carolina was backing out of there with that front line.
Looks like
this is big right here.
Yeah, looks like Carolina's got it because Illinois doesn't seem to be overly excited. But I don't know.
From the bottom of the pile comes a guy who sacrificed it. He does, Peyton Mangrum. Mangrum came back in time to get it. It was a very good onside kick. Trickling quickly but low to the ground. The Illini had a chance at it, but Peyton Mangrum saves the day for Carolina. And Carolina not only gets the ball to start the second half, they have tremendous field position at the Illinois 48-yard line. If they would have gotten the ball on the first dig and bounce, they had a shot at it. But the Gamecocks have it, and they quiet the stadium. Here's Lenoris Sellers now. 1st and 10. Oscar Attaway's the tailback to hand to him. Illinois in the backfield, and I mean in a hurry. And Gabe Akis is mentioned for the second time today, and that's his second tackle for loss, -1 on the play.
I think we're going to have to run these guys enough to keep everybody honest. But other than that, Lenoris has got to take this team on his shoulder.
Here's that 3-man defensive front again. A bunch of defensive backs. Lenoris empties the backfield. Speed sweep. Jared Brown. Jared turns the corner. No flag in the play, and he's lit up right at the line of scrimmage. So Carolina's going to be facing a long 3rd down as Xavier Scott makes a good tackle. It is a 2-yard gain, but it's 3rd down and probably 9 to go. The first drive of the second half for Carolina.
I've never seen a team substitute so many players on defense. They run 8 and 9 on at the same time.
And not miss assignments so far. Sellers takes Gage Larvadan in motion. Snap it back to him in the 3-man rush again. Sellers going to roll out left side, turns the shoulders. And they're coming after him, and they got him. Sellers lets him get sacked all the way back at the 40-yard line. Boy, they sent a defender from back in the secondary. He was not going to let him run. -12 on the play. Makashiach makes the stop on Sellers, who seemed to really not see him coming to the last moment.
What a good job by Illinois that time to negate a great field position by the Gamecocks after the failed onside kick. And hopefully Kai Kroger can get away a boomer here.
Yeah, took negative yards. It's 4th and 21. Here's Kai Kroger. He spins one. Beatty drops back to the 10-yard line, and one of the nation's leading punt returner turns the corner. He's up to 15. The Gamecocks have got him around the 21, trying to rip the football about with his chest and cannot do so. And Illinois will take over. So they get a stop on Carolina after their failed onside. The Gamecocks could not punish them for it. In a 49-yard punt, 11-yard return for the Illini. Both teams lacking in a lot of offense, particularly explosion. The Illini had a 59-yard completion that took them down to the 1-yard line. That Tommy mentioned they fumbled the next play into the end zone and the ball's ripped out. But other than that, it's been dink and dunk. Altmaier, 6 of 8 on the afternoon, 101 yards and a touchdown. They'll get in the pistol formation. Lawfery in the backfield. They'll run when they run at the middle, and Carolina blitz from the edge. And they got him with Dylan Stewart, who came from the other side, away from the blitz. -1 on the play. Good call by Clayton White on first down. Illini with just 40 yards rushing in the first half. Carolina with just 57. They're quickly up to the line of scrimmage on the second down and 11. Their first drive of the second half, they lead it 7-3. Altmaier in the pockets under pressure. He gets hit as he throws it over the head of the intended receiver. And again, Tonka Hemingway with pressure. He came into the ball game with 5 quarterback hurries. He's already got another hurry and a sack on the day. Franklin was the intended receiver, but no way he was getting that. Here comes third down and 11.
Yeah, good job by Altmaier to just hang in there, because a little delayed twist up front, I think, that time by Hemingway. Well-designed play, wide open, and he nearly got it to him, but he didn't, so we're facing third.
12:28 to go in the third quarter, 7-3 Illinois. Third down and 11. Carolina shifts and stems to the wide side of the field. Altmaier in the pocket. Going to roll left. Got some time. Turns the shoulders. Back across the middle. Incomplete. Debo Williams, there's a flag down on the play. Hold up. Hold up.
I think the wide receiver that came in
back block.
It just jumped a little earlier. Maybe there was a crack block.
I think they got Thomas on that. Wait, Stewart doesn't like the call. It looks like he doesn't. It was a late hit maybe on Altmaier. Hold on.
Illegal motion. Offense number 85.
Yeah.
The penalties decline. Brings up fourth down.
Yeah, when he came in motion and he set to the left, he kept his feet moving, and he moved a little bit ahead of the snap count that time, and I saw it. And so did the official.
So I said 5 different things, and you were right the first time. Sorry about that, Tommy. I will occasionally acknowledge that. Occasionally.
Options.
All right, here's the punter. Pinto's has struggled today, punting it from his own 5-yard line. Carolina comes up the middle. Pinto gets rid of it. It's a wobbler, going to bounce at the Illinois 45, roll into Gamecock territory and out of bounds on the far sideline at the 40. And the Gamecocks will take back over on offense. That's a reminder, today's broadcast of the Citrus Bowl is brought to you by Experience Columbia SC, the heart of SC. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Each team null and void in their first drive of the second half. It remains 7-3 Illinois. 12-14 to go in the third. We'll be back. This is Carolina football from Learfield. Caught! Touchdown Carolina! Touchdown! Mazio Bennett!
Hey y'all, I'm Mazio Bennett, wide receiver with Gamecock football. You'll hear the Gamecocks calling for Spurs Up all season long as a way to celebrate USC pride and cheer on athletes. There are plenty more things around Columbia, South Carolina, the home of the Gamecocks, that deserve a Spurs Up. When you spot that 5 points mural, Spurs Up. When you see the waiter at Hall's walking towards you with a steak, Spurs Up. Being in the heart of South Carolina, you guessed it, Spurs Up.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after it. Another block punt. And we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Spurs Up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high step into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it at the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Back in Orlando, Florida, the Citrus Bowl, the cheez-it Citrus Bowl, the 76th edition thereof. Both teams, two teams, trying to get to 10 wins on the season. The Illini have done it 4 times. Carolina's done it 4 times or more, 10 or more wins. This would be the 5th. And Shane Beamer finds his team down with 12-14 to go in the third quarter, 7-3. And looking for something that will click offensively. It certainly wasn't the first drive of the second half when they took the football. And Tommy Kershaw just made a good point to me. Can't go out without points again when we've had great field position to open up the second half.
Exactly. We got to do something offensively, as we just mentioned, because we got 145 yards in total offense, only 88 yards passing.
Lenore Sellers underneath route again. Caught Josh Simon. Josh into Illinois territory. Breaking tackles again and down to the 45-yard line. A 14-yard gain. Tommy, that's the third time we've run that route. It's been open each time.
It really has. Hadn't run it a lot this year. Very effective today.
Sellers out of the gun again. 3 wide receivers left side. He's looking that way. Now back to his right. Now going to roll that way. Guns one down the sideline. Oh, and in and out of the hands. Harbor let it come on bounce off of his chest. I don't know if he had his feet in bounds or not, but it's an incomplete pass.
He had a short receiver. Attaway was open too. Decided to go to Harbor instead.
Illinois is either blitzing all out or dropping everybody. And we got to keep throwing the ball underneath. These checkdowns is what's going to move the ball down the field. They're in coverage deep.
Good scheme against Lenore Sellers. Illinois is running here today.
Yeah, but you can break through that 3-man rush. Here's the blitz off the left side. They fake. Lenore's down the middle. He overthrows Jared Brown. Another loose throw from number 16 when he had an open in route to Jared Brown. And now Lenoris, who's 14 of 22 in the afternoon for 102 yards, has got only himself to blame for a 3rd down and 10. Ball on the Illini 45-yard line. Carolina 7 of 12 in the afternoon on 3rd down. Had the opportunities. Ooh, press coverage on Nick Harbor here. Lenoris looking left side. Got some time. Now rolling back right. Throwing underneath. He's got his man caught on the far sideline trying to back up and fall to the marker is Oscar Attaway. He will not get there. It's a 9-yard gain on the play.
Got to go for it here though.
With Shane facing a 3rd down and 4th down and at least a yard and a half. Was blocked by the spottage out there. Yeah, a yard and a half or so. He keeps the offense on the field. And Jatavius Shivers comes in at a tight end spot. Illinois still bringing players slowly in and off the field, trying to slow Sellers. They back away. 5 seconds left on the play clock. And now Illinois calls a timeout.
Timeout, Illinois. Their first choice timeout of the half, media timeout.
They saw the lineup, probably didn't like Shivers being in there and an extra tight end. And on a 4th down and 1.5, Carolina will rethink it, and so will Illinois. They lead it 7-3, 10:57 to go in the third. 4th and 1 for Carolina when we come back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, score the confidence you need to start your journey with the power and exceptional capability of a new Ford F-150. With available smart tech like Pro Power on board, it's game on when F-150 is part of your team. For great offers and to learn more about a new Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today. Always consult the owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40. At the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long. Right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, official partner of Gamecock Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Tommy Suggs, I'm Todd Ellis. Chet Tucker down on the sideline. Let's give it everybody's assessment. Chet, we'll start with you. 4th down and 1 on the Illinois 36-yard line, trailing 7-3. It's more than a yard here, Chet, about a yard and a half. What do you think about Shane Beamer at least lining up to go for this?
Well, I'm standing directly behind the down marker. It looks like they have to get the ball essentially all the way inside the 35-yard line. The down marker is kind of just on the inside of that yard lock mark that runs all the way across the field. I think you got to leave it in the hands of number 16. Just let your offensive line get that push. Let 16 drive behind it, pick up the needed yards.
And the Gamecocks go right up to the line of scrimmage, so I'll hold Tommy's assessment until we figure this out. Lenore Sellers now. 2 in the backfield. Mo Brown. Oscar Attaway. Pistol formation with Mo Brown. 2 wide receivers and one of them's coming in motion. That's Harbor, left side. Lenore Sellers out of the gun. Attaway, right side. First down and more inside the 30. 25-20. Oscar on the run at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Oscar Attaway on a 4th and 1 from the 36-yard line. They get it and more. They go up on Illinois in the Citrus Bowl. Boom!
About how many times have we seen that when you get into that short yardage defense, once you break the line of scrimmage, there's no one there. That's exactly what happened there, but we had some great blocking on the right side, and Attaway did a good job of breaking that play to the outside just a little bit with good vision, and that's where the hole was. It was not where the play was originally designed to go, but he saw it, and that's what you got to do. Made a nice little jump step to the outside, another one too, so congratulations to him.
Oscar Attaway with the touchdown. Alex Herrera got a bad snap there. Kai Kroger up and good. And the Gamecocks are up 10-7 over the Fighting Illini. That was hilarious. After the play, Tommy, Shane Beamer goes to pump his fist. And, of course, Sean Elliott runs into him purposely to bang him. He knocked the shoe off the head coach. Only Sean Elliott can compete in that manner. But, again, great blocking. Kamar Bell is one of them. The pulling guard. And a nice job sealing it off on the right side. And Attaway, injury and all, goes from 36 yards out. The Gamecocks have the lead again with 10:50 to go in the third quarter.
That was so big.
I was really going to give my opinion that we probably should not go for that there. I just felt like if we didn't get it, they would gain all the momentum back. And I guess that's why they call him the head coach, because they make tough decisions. And here's now Herrera to kick off to the dangerous return team for the Illini. Alex had a great touchback. It's Hank, Beatty, and Wilcher set back to receive. Herrera, another nice high kick. And Beatty cannot return that. So Carolina has had blunders all over the field and inability to take advantage of several opportunities, but they're back on top here in the third quarter.
In an unlikely way.
Yes.
This game seems to be a lot of unlikely stuff.
But give Oscar Attaway credit too, Tommy. I mean, Rocket Sanders, we're all sitting here going, he'll get the first down. Of course we're going for it. But Oscar, banged up and all, goes 36 yards. And now let's see if the Illini can respond. Altmaier's gone all the way at quarterback. Scott McCrary in the backfield. They'll hand to him. Left side, McCrary runs into a Gamecock. That's Thomas Jr. with another stop. It's a 6-yard gain on the play. Tommy, I think Brian Thomas Jr. has done well subbing in for Kyle Kennard.
I do too. He's played well, and I think all those guys have played pretty well. Even Roy is a leading tackler with 5. Knight's got 4. Thomas has got 4. So, yeah, good play over there.
And the Illini now speeding things up with some tempo. Jatius Gears, the other defensive end, Carolina, the 4-man front. And Altmaier wants to throw it. Guns one down the far sideline. Foot race, incomplete. Incomplete around the 30-yard line. Good coverage on the play. Elsie was the intended receiver. And I believe that was DQ Smith on the coverage for Carolina, along with Peyton Williams, who's playing some safety now. Eman Worry, I think, has not been in the last 2 series. We'll take a check on that on our Prisma Health injury report. But right now, it's all about this 3rd down and 4. The ball's on the 31-yard line of the Illini. Here comes the Gamecock fan base. Down in Orlando in droves. 10-10 to go in the third quarter. Carolina up 10-7. Altmaier out of the gun. 3 wide receivers right side. Carolina pressuring. Altmaier throws the in route. Got it at the 40-yard line. First down, Illinois. Another in route. This one for 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, that's been against us, successfully thrown against us all year long. And it's just a defense sometimes we run gives that play, and you got to count on your defensive rush up front to put pressure on your quarterback.
Kilgore on the tackle. And here comes a blitz again. They throw to the outside, and just because Dylan Stewart's in the face of Altmaier, it's way outside on the pass. Incomplete. Peyton Mangrum again defending on the play. Beatty was the intended wide receiver. Illinois had 5 different rushers, averaging 3 yards a carry. 4 different receivers catching the football. And they had that one big play of 59 yards that resulted in no points. All right, 2nd down and 10. The ball's at the 42 of Illinois. 9:38 to go in the 3rd. Fake inside. Altmaier winds up. Going down the field, post route. Gamecocks there. Interception. It's caught back at the 12-yard line. Kilgore down the far sideline. Kilgore with a block and then knocked out of bounds. Jalen Kilgore got his 5th pick on the season. Great coverage one-on-one on 3 deep routes, and the Gamecocks come up with it. And with 9:25 to go in the 3rd, Carolina with a huge momentum shift right now for this football team.
Yeah, that was a good play, and there was a lot of bumping downfield. And I want to see the replay up here to make sure, but regardless, it doesn't matter because it was not called. Nothing was called. You can't call it this late.
Just 2 guys running right there.
Yeah, I think they just ran in together right here. But watch this play right here, and I think he just fell down. I mean, Kilgore didn't hit him anything like that. I think he just fell down. I don't know what happened. Doesn't matter. What the heck? We got the ball.
1st and 10 for Carolina. Let's see if the Gamecocks can quick strike something here. The Illini may be ready for it. 1st and 10 after the Kilgore return at the Gamecock 30-yard line. Howell's the tailback. Now he goes in motion outside. Lenoris looking underneath. Got Mazio Bennett. Breaks 1 tackle after a catch in the slot. A good call on 1st down against this zone. Gains 4 on the play. And the clock's running now at 9:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Carolina leading by 3, 10-7.
You know, you brought up a good point earlier, Todd. As long as they give us that, take it. And that's what we've done. I think every time we've thrown it, we've completed it.
All the way down the field. The checkoffs are there. 2nd down now. They'll run the football this time. Howell makes a good little cut to the right, but is met in a very harmful way right after he gains 3 yards and dropped back on the play. Matthew Bailey, the corner, came in, or safety came in and made the hit on Howell. and he's looked pretty healthy today. It's been banged up all week with Achilles problems, but nice little cut there at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 3. The ball at the 37-yard line. Gamecocks in their all-white uniforms, white headgear, white face mask. Gage Larvadan and Dale Von Campbell into the lineup. 3 wide receivers right side. Gage Larvadan comes in motion. Handoff straight at the middle. Option play. Larvadan on the pitch. Larvadan for a first down on the Gamecock sideline. Oh, they brought him in orbit motion behind the tailback and the quarterback. Sellers pulls the ball out from Hal's stomach. Option play right side, nets us to 5 yards, and they move the chains.
I've liked it all year long. I like Sellers on the edge with the option play.
He's completely comfortable.
I agree with that 100%. I just think that's another dimension that we have not used all year long. Maybe that we should have used a little bit more, but regardless, it's been successful.
Here we go again with Sellers now wanting to throw it. He's got an out route here. He's got to jump for it. Does Harbor get his foot down?
Yes, he did.
Oh, my goodness. What a throw from Sellers around the Illinois 41-yard line. A stretched out Nick Harbor reaches up, and this time a pass that was perfectly thrown. And gets the right foot down for a 16-yard gain.
I tell you, let's give Harbor some credit to that. Not really the natural receiver, but that time he showed it. He's getting better in receiving and feeling comfortable. He tells Coach Beamer he's got more confidence now than ever, and he should.
Sellers now back in the shotgun again, the 5th play of the drive. Looks over to the right side, snaps it back. 3-man rush, screenplay, right side. Hal's got some blockers, fumbles the football. And the Illini have got it. They hit him from behind. Again, the Gamecocks with a screenplay. And again, Tommy, on the screenplay, we get the fumble. It was from behind where they ripped it out and really wasn't even close. Vershawn Lee never knew it was on the ground when he ran by it. We have gotten 3 fumbles on screenplays this year. So a promising drive is thwarted by another fumble. It remains 10-7. Carolina with 6:59 to go into 3rd. We'll be back. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
FS Envision Seed Corn and FS High Soy Soybeans provide best-in-class traits and genetics that perform. In farming, bushels matter to your bottom line. Our field-proven products deliver high yields year after year. Get the seed you need from the people you trust. Contact your local FS Envision and High Soy retailer or visit fsseed.com to learn more.
We'll head back to Orlando after these local messages.
Ball tipped up in the air. It picked off. The Gamecocks down the far sideline. The linebackers knocked out of bounds.
This is the 2024 Citrus Bowl on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
This is Carolina Calls, your source for everything Gamecocks.
He's Shane Beamer. I'm Todd Ellis. Great to be with you.
That was a gutty win. That was a physical win. We played with toughness, and that's what you had to have.
Coach Beamer joins us for a full hour of Carolina football talk throughout the season.
They had 10 men on the field the first time they punted the football. Our crowd that contributes directly to that.
Listen live every Thursday night on your home for Gamecock football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
Oh, the Gamecocks were on the move before Jawarn Howell has a fumble off of a screenplay. Let's go down to the sideline. Here's Chet Tucker. And Chet, that's the 3rd time this year on a screenplay. After the catch, we've had a fumble while the back is running. It's a tough play when those defenders come from behind strip the ball from him, but Carolina's got to be better protecting the football.
It is, Todd. Juwan Howell made the catch, turned upfield, saw green grass in front of him, did not expect the defender to be coming from behind him, still got to keep that ball tucked away. South Carolina had just really wrestled the momentum back after the big Oscar Attaway touchdown run on the 4th down, the interception by Kilgore. Felt like South Carolina finally had that juice and was going to be able to kind of put a stamp on this game, but now the defense will have to do it.
And Carolina comes out on defense again. Yeah, Peyton Williams in at the safety spot with DQ Smith. No Nicky Manwari. I'll ask Chet about that. And the next chance we get. All right, 1st and 10 for Altmaier. 2 tight ends set. Lafria is going to run the ball left side, and he's into the secondary. O'Donnell Fortune's got to come over and save it for a very long run. It's good for 11 yards and a 1st down. And one of the best runs of the day goes over to the left side and moves the chains for the Fighting Illini, who are down 10-7 in the game. Boy, O'Donnell Fortune doesn't get the stop there. He may have gone the distance. 1st and 10 now, up around the 50-yard line at the 48.5. Tight set into the boundary to the left side for Altmaier. That's 2 wide receivers. You're going to look right now, pump fake, go back left. Throw a quick out route. Got a man there, but so does Carolina. The catch is made and then knocked out of bounds. Alexander Kapka-Jones, good for 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 with 6:06 to go in the 3rd. Carolina with 237 yards of total offense to the Illini's 173. Illinois in no hurry. Right on the big cheez-it logo around the 50. Altmaier's going to let him run right up the middle again. And Demetrius Knight makes the stop on Lafreniere. A 4-yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down, upcoming 3rd and short. And they'll bring a new tailback in, Khalil Valentine. And another tight end. 3rd down and 1. The ball on the Gamecock 43. Starting to get dark here. Josh McCurry's into the lineup as well. Altmaier, 3rd down and 1 at the Carolina 43. Straight at the middle. Valentine takes the handoff. And looks like he's got the 1st down around the 40. Tonka Hemingway takes him down on the ground as we hit the 5-minute mark to go in the 3rd quarter. They convert. And again, trot some new guys out onto the field. Alexandra Kapka-Jones, a junior, 6'4", 190 out of the ball game. 2 tight end set. Altmaier's going to go under center again. Lafreniere, fake to him. Altmaier rolling right in the flat, incomplete, pressured by Jalen Kilgore, and the tight end was well covered on the play. The throw was well outside. Altmaier kind of protected himself there. Let's go down to the sideline to Chet Tucker. Chet, again, no. Nick Emanwari, any idea on his status?
We were initially told coming out of at the start of the 2nd half that he was good to go. He did go back into the locker room prior to this possession and has not come back out.
Peyton Williams in at the safety spot. Nick Emanwari in the locker room. Another All-American not in the lineup. Altmaier now, 2nd down and 10. That end route thrown again. And Franklin reaches out and makes the catch. It's good for 8 yards. And that one opened up. Bakari Swain was in on the coverage. Boy, that's been their bread and butter, Tommy, going back to it when they really needed a play. It's 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, good job by Altmaier that time to look it off. So he looked to the left, then came back to the right. It has been there, as you said, it's been there for them as a slow short pass across the middle has been there for us all day. So both of those plays for each team, very dependable here today.
7th play of the drive, 3:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, 10-7 Gamecocks. Illinois threatening. McCrary's in the backfield. Handoff straight at the middle. He needs to get to about the 31-yard line. He seems to get to the 30 before T.J. Sanders takes him down. But it should be a conversion play. There's some guys slow to get up from the bottom of the pile, but they do so. And the Fighting Illini will have a first down. Again, letting that clock run. Illinois had the number 9 strength of schedule in the country this year. Of course, Carolina in the top 10 as well. They lost only to Oregon and Penn State. They had 4 fourth-quarter comebacks. We're not there yet, but it's 2:50 to go. That should be time. That's to lay a game.
Prior to the play clock expiring, timeout Illinois. Their first.
I didn't see him get the timeout in. You heard Brett Bielema over the microphone of the officials say you never set the clock again. But they burned a timeout with 2:55 to go into third. They'll have 2 remaining here in the second half. That's right, 1 remaining here in the second half. And they're trailing by 3. Tommy, you could see why Illinois has been a competitive football team all season long. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're obviously well coached. They run a lot of people in and out of the lineup, and they don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's a pretty good recipe for success. Yeah. They also got enough athletes in the specialty positions to make big plays, and they got a good quarterback. Altmaier can sling it all over the field. I think he's got good vision. He has good protection normally. So it's a good recipe for success, and they've done a good job with it. They you got to give them credit. They were not on the radar screen, I guess, when the year began, as was the same thing with Carolina, but both teams have been successful this year.
After being required to call the timeout, Altmaier now on a 1st and 10 at the Gamecock 31. Low snap, handled pump fake. He wants to throw it, go downfield. It's one-on-one coverage and a comeback play, and the ball appears to have bounced. It did at the 2-yard line. It's not a catch.
No, they
calling it a catch or not? They are at the 2-yard line. I'm not sure he got it. That was Colin Dixon on a comeback play for 27 yards. If it's good, it's right at the Carolina 2-yard line. Watch the replay and see if it hits the ground. I think he got his elbows underneath it. It was a wheel route, well covered. She just came back for the ball on DQ Smith. I see nothing so far that would take it away. Altmaier under center now. 1 back in the backfield, 2 tight end, make that 3 tight ends. Handoff straight at the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. A 3-yard run by Josh McCrary. And the Fighting Illini go back on top. Oh. It wasn't a lucky play, it was a skilled play that got them down to the 2, and then they muscled their way in. They're going to try to make it a 4-point game again with the extra point upcoming in 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Good power set there on the goal line that time. And David Alano set to make the extra point. They put it down for him, kick it up into that south end zone, and he's got it. 14-10, the Illini back on top in the ball game with 2:23 to go. That went 9 plays, 63 yards before the 3-yard TD. The key to it was the reception on the back shoulder throw down at the 2-yard line. A close play, but one Dixon got. And now the Gamecocks will have to fight from behind again.
Well, at least the game is picked up a little bit in excitement. Put some points on the board and 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. 2:23 to go. So the fourth quarter is shaping up to be an exciting time here in the bowl game.
In today's fast-paced world, you really appreciate Sandsbury Eye Center's selection, style, comfort, price, and 1-hour service. But what you'll love most of all is the precision of your vision. That's what a bright, clear Sandsbury day is all about. Night falling here in Orlando. 76th edition of the very prestigious Citrus Bowl. Shane Beamer and the crew said they balanced the fun they could have here in Orlando and the preparation for the Illini. Right now, it's a 14-10 lead for Illinois. So Ethan Uchowski will kick off, and it'll be a touchback as Juju brings it in. And then now he wants to throw it. It's a fake, and it's Nick Harbor over the left side down the near sideline. He called for it with his arms out and then threw the ball across the field to Nick Harbor, who makes the catch. It is not big yards, but it's out across the 25-yard line. Wow. Juju looked like he was setting up, and he was going to take the touchback. They throw it over to Nick Harbor, and Harbor got somewhat of a wall down the sideline and gets knocked out of bounds. Good play by the Illini, because I certainly had fallen asleep on the play. So it's 1st and 10 for Lenoris Sellers. Going to come from behind again with 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Lenoris, 18 of 26 on the afternoon, 136 yards, no touchdowns.
Delay game. Offense. Number 16. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, Tommy, the play clocks are in the low corners here and not in the traditional place that you can find them on the scoreboard, and these quarterbacks have struggled a little bit. Even when they've not had it run out, it's gone down low. So Sellers backed up now, 1st and 15. He'll play action inside, wants to throw it. Going down the field, he's got a man wide open. Delvon Campbell brings it in and falls to the turf at the 20-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a sling. It was a 60-yard throw. Delvon Campbell in a post route, if he could have stayed on his feet, he would have easily scored on the play. But Carolina's got it 1st and 10 at the Illinois 20-yard line. Sellers with a throw when he got hit right in his face.
Got to keep running when you catch those, though.
And Sellers going to run it himself right side at the 20, stutter step at the 15, steps out of bounds on the far sideline. Gamecocks with a huge throw, and now a 5-yard run makes it 2nd down and 5 to go. There's a timeout on the field as there's an Illinois player down on the far sideline. Shane Beamer comes over to check on him for a moment, then works back to his football team. The Gamecock offense coming down the field. How about Delvon Campbell, Tommy, and what he's done the last couple of weeks coming on in the ball game? The transfer from Nevada, catching just 4 passes for 46 yards over the first 9 games, and then logged 7 receptions for 206 against Missouri and Wofford, including a 5-catch, 120-yard performance against the Terriers. He's averaging 22.9 yards a reception, and he just got a 60-yarder.
Yeah, that's not going to hurt his average any, that's for sure.
That's for
sure. I just wish he'd have just tried to catch it in his stomach versus his hands, and that way he'd have kept running. But who's to complain on that one? Great throw, and he was wide open. Wide open. Good play call that time, and good protection. Everything worked out fine. What we got over there? We're fighting.
Oh, Shane Beamer out on the field and being held back, apparently going for Brett Bielma. Apparently Bielma came over and spoke to one of Carolina's players.
We got to watch it here, boys. Yeah, we got to watch it.
Too close. Too close. And I don't know what that was about the play or what Bielma would have been upset about, Tommy, because all that was is their defensive player ran into the thigh of Lenoris Sellers, and that's not the first player to be injured by his big thigh.
Yeah.
It wasn't a dirty play. Why would Bielma have spoken? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Bielma spoke to one of the Carolina players. And both teams are out to the hash marks. That's not a good sign. We need to get everybody back. You know, technically, you got a penalty right now.
Where is Bielema? I don't know where he is.
Well, he came back over slowly, but he never turned back around to Shane Beamer.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Everybody knows. Well, here's what they did. Let's see. There's a replay of it where Bielma Oh, he just gestured about I believe, the kick return, and then said something to the coaching staff and Shane Beamer. And Shane reacted to that. It was not about the player. Apparently, it was about the fake kickoff return. You saw what he said, is what Shane Beamer just said on the broadcast. Well, more importantly, not the words of the coaches, but the action of the players. It's what's important right now. And Carolina's down 4 with 1:29 to go in the third quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 5. Sellers working out of the shotgun. Fake right side. Sellers looking back down the middle. It's caught at the 2, down to the 1. Nick Harbor on a little stick route, curl route off the play action. A 14-yard gain. It's 1st and goal, Carolina. Oh, I like that one, Tommy. That's a wrinkle right there. That's a wrinkle right there. 1-on-1.
Big boy to big boy.
What in the world are the Gamecocks doing? Half the tight ends are back, way back where the huddle would be. The offensive line's up at the line of scrimmage. And now Illinois' got some substitutions. Josh Simons motioning to somebody to come out. Jatavis Shivers comes out. There's 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. Shivers lines up left side. Sellers out of the gun. And now we're going to have to call a timeout because Illinois runs in players late as well. God, what a...
I tell you, you got to do something about that in college football because our team's out there trying to run a play within the snap clock and they're running play, and we get down. It's just not fair. It's not fair.
I don't know if it's fair or not, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a punk move.
It is a punk move.
P-U-N-K.
It's classless. Classless is what it is.
Yeah. We can't compete with you. So we're going to make sure we slow this thing down and dink it up as much as possible. Let's check down the sideline. Maybe a cooler heads will prevail. Maybe it's Chet Tucker.
Maybe not. Coach Bielema made his way across during that injury timeout and stood in front of Shane Beamer with his arms extended out to his side like the white hat does when they are allowing for a substitution time for the defense to come out. Just kind of came in, like blatantly did it right in his face. I imagine that's what Coach Beamer was referring to, talking to Quint Kesselich from ESPN, said, you saw what he did. So obviously everybody's got some juice going down here now.
I suspect.
Todd, as we all know, there are things you do with respect in the coaching field, player field, and everything. That was not one of them that Bielema did, and so he deserves what he got there. And I don't blame Shane Beamer. I'd get after him too. You don't do that. That's not the way you do it.
Especially coming all the way across the field to supposedly deal with his own player.
Yeah.
All right, here's Lenora Sellers. It's still 1st and goal with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Carolina down by 4. Oscar Attaway into the line. They're going to stand him up at the 1. Not going to get it there. And they push him back. It'll be 2nd and goal.
These officials better grab this game before it gets away from them.
Yeah, everybody creeping into a tough situation. Maybe the quarter will help us, Tommy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the end of the third quarter.
14-10's the score, but there's a lot of storylines for a bowl game between the Big Ten and the SEC. We'll just see how this one ends here in Orlando. 15 minutes to go when we come back. Illinois up 14-10. Carolina's got it 2nd and goal from the 1. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
Gamecock Nation, start off the new year a winner with Founders Federal Credit Union. 2025 is your year to dominate your financial goals, and there's no better financial partner than Founders Federal Credit Union. They've got competitive rates, elite financial tools, and service that's second to none. That's everything you need to dominate your financial goals in 2025 and beyond. Don't wait. Start winning today. Visit foundersfcu.com to learn more about the perfect financial partner for your goals. Founders is federally insured by NCUA. Membership qualification is required. Go Gamecocks.
You're tuned in to the 2024 Citrus Bowl.
Carolina comes after another block punt, and we dive on it. The special teams and Beamer ball come through again.
We're back in 60 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Spurs up.
Back left. Juju open at the 10. The 5. Steps up and high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff right side. Tonka Hemingway reaching for it to go line. Touchdown, Carolina. And those knees are pumping it out of the back of the 40 at the 50. Are you kidding me?
Listen to the Gamecocks all season long, right here on your home for South Carolina football. The Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
You're listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at GamecocksOnline.com.
14-10, Illinois leads your South Carolina Gamecocks as we end the third quarter of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Chris Miller Network Studios. Quick check of the Beatbox College scoreboard. Beatbox now for sale at Williams-Brice Stadium. Louisville leading Washington 35-34 with 4 seconds left in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Right now, LSU on top of Baylor 34-17. That game's at the half of the Texas Bowl. ReliaQuest Bowl earlier, it was Michigan beating Alabama by a score of 19-13. And Boise State and Penn State, they face off tonight at 7:30 in the Fiesta Bowl. Let's go back now to Camping World Stadium with the end of this exciting, and I mean exciting, Cheez-It Citrus Bowl with the voice of the Gamecocks, Todd Ellis.
Chris, thank you so much for that update, and we appreciate you bringing it back to us. Lots happening right now. Emotions are high. Shane Beamer has been upset all day long at the substitution being allowed by Illinois, where they have run players on after Carolina substituted, which they're allowed to do, but they've done it at the 10-second mark, therefore holding the Gamecocks from being able to go and run their play, slowing Carolina down, getting them off rhythm. And then, of all things, Brett Bielema, the head coach for Illinois, who's had a couple press conferences with Shane this week and everything seemed cordial, came over to look at an injured player, 5 yards from Carolina's sideline, and gestured at Shane Beamer and said something to him personally, and interrupted from there. But right now, the business of the day is 2nd and goal from the 1. They change ends of the field. Carolina's down 14-10. Attaway is the tailback. Tonka Hemingway's in there as well. Flag on the play. Before we get started, that looks like a false start.
It is.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Jatavis Shivers, who's in as the extra tight end. Tonka Hemingway was in the lineup in that power, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Josh Simon's in there, Michael Smith, Nick Harbor split out left side. Oscar Attaway's the tailback. Dale Von Campbell split out to the right side. Sellers going to get in the gun. Illini again running guys out late. They step away, call them ready for play. Plenty of time left on the play clock. Simon comes in motion right now, back to the left. Pistol formation. Fake inside, throw to Josh. Simon caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Josh Simon from 6 yards out. Take that in your substitutions and put 6 on the board for Carolina. Gamecocks back on top. The extra point with 14:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Could make it 17-14 Carolina.
I tell you, that's a nice design play, call play, and Sellers, Todd, had someone right in his face that time and never budged. Was still able to get it away, stood erect, knew what he wanted to do, and Simon's a good target.
And Tommy, as the extra point goes up and it's good, Herrera makes it a 17-14 game. Give Simon credit, too, for putting his foot down in the back of that end zone because it was really tight, because you mentioned the pressure on Sellers, who did a good job. He had the option there to put the ball and hand it off to Attaway or pull it out and throw it. And it was a long delay, and Simon still got the foot down, and Carolina's back on top as we just start the fourth quarter of play.
75 yards, 5 plays, only used 2:23 off the clock.
I mean, that's like reading War and Peace on that drive, too. There were a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. But the bottom line is Carolina gets 7, and they're back on top. So each of the last series have resulted in a lead change. And the Gamecocks are on top of it now. Night falling here in Orlando. We're glad you're with us on the Gamecock Sports Network. Herrera to kick off towards the south end zone with a 3-point lead. And 2 9-3 teams battling here. Nobody taking this bowl setting lightly by any means. Wilcher, Beatty set back to receive. Gamecocks have already run one trick play on a kick return, and here's Herrera to put his right foot into it, bangs one low, hard, and out of the back of the end zone, bouncing away. And the Illini will come back on offense. Here comes this crowd. That fired them up for the Gamecocks. Carolina up to 322 yards of total offense to the Illini's 220.
Gamecocks came in averaging 409 yards of total offense, 496 in the last 5 games. So
under their average for the moment, but it's 14:56 to go in this ball game. Carolina trying to get to 10 wins on the season. Altmaier now. Lawfery in the backfield. He's pressured as he rolls to the right side, and he can't get it out of the backfield because Jalen Kilgore on the blitz on the edge hits Altmaier, and it's 2nd down and 10. Another good call on first down by Clayton White.
Yeah, corner blitz, as Todd called it, and had the receiver covered anyway with 2 people out there, but still just good call and good pressure.
Good wine out of the ball game. Carolina slow, bringing some guys in themselves. TJ Sanders, Hemingway in the middle. Altmaier brings Beatty in motion. He wants to roll right, now throw the screen play back left side. Carolina's there, and they can't get away at the 26-yard line. Nice job by Tonka Hemingway. Boy, what a ball game he's had, Tommy. That is hard to recover on a well-set-up screenplay. Tonka holds it to a 2-yard gain, and here comes 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Tonka's only got 2 tackles, but he has been in the face of Altmaier, been all over the place, putting pressure on everybody, and just not getting the credits on the tackles. But excellent effort by the senior from Conway, South Carolina.
Gamecock faithful trying to take over here in Orlando. Give Altmaier a hard time on a 3rd down and 8 from his own 27. Out of the gun, he backs up. He's going to gun one towards the sideline into coverage, and Beatty comes down with a football. How in the world to between 2 defenders, DQ Smith and Jalen Kilgore. It's a 15-yard gain and a first down on a dangerous play by Altmaier. He clearly never saw Kilgore, but Beatty's the one that won that battle.
Kilgore thought he had it. Beatty actually went in front of him with a very good athletic hand-eye coordination move there to pull it away from catch it rather before Kilgore had a chance to catch it.
And a 2, make it 3 tight end set. Altmaier under center. Going to run it right side. Lawfery. Power move in open field with the extra offensive lineman and tight end. And that gains 6 yards on first down. 13-16 to go in the ball game. Carolina up 17-14. Beatty now, by the way, he's got 4 catches for 90 yards. He just made an acrobatic one, steal play in front of Jalen Kilgore. They break the huddle to the Illini in their blue jerseys and orange helmets. They get back in that power set again. 1 back in Altmaier. Everybody else is a tight end. Carolina's got to adjust to this. Reverie left side. He gets hit just as he gets to the 50-yard line. That's Debo Williams. No matter how many offensive linemen, Debo will find you. And that is going to move it probably to a 3rd down, and I'm say 3, maybe 2. Well, look at that spot. It's in the middle of that cheez-it. That's actually a 1st down logo where he puts the ball down. Forgive me, folks. A little difficult between them not putting the spot down and the logo out there, not the yard line. It does move the chains at the Carolina 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Fighting Illini. They trail by 3. They break the huddle in a hurry. One back in the backfield. Altmaier under center again. Toss sweep left side. Gamecocks trying to get to the edge. They finally get there and knock the man out of bounds.
Boy, good blocking by Illinois on that left side.
Yeah, that might have been one holding play, but otherwise good. Josh McCrary, they caught us with a quick setup and an 11-yard gain on the play. And Carolina's defense, Tommy, for the first time, looks a little winded right now.
Yeah, they do. I think a lot of it has to do with the effectiveness and the efficiency of Illinois up front. They're well coached, got some good players up there, and they're doing a good job.
7th play of the drive upcoming for Illinois, who trails by 3. Altmaier, flea flicker thrown back to him. He wants to go down the field. En route, flag on the play. And at the 30, they make the catch, but it's holding probably on Carolina's defense. So they pitched it, flipped it back to Altmaier, who went on an in route, but I think we were holding on the streaking player down the hash mark. Might have been Elsie, or Elsie was on the reception.
Holding. Defense number 24. 10-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Gamecocks smelled out the flea flicker. We were in good position, Tommy. The problem is Kilgore reached out and grabbed the hips of Elsie. So great field position now with a 1st and 10 for the Illini at the Gamecock 27-yard line. Trailing by 3 with 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Nightfall here in Orlando. Lots of fireworks. Altmaier out of the gun. Gonna fake it, run it himself left side. Peyton Williams makes the hit on him, but not before he gains 6 on the play. And you see these officials, Tommy, moving in closer to these piles of players because I think they realize it's kindling right now, and a spark could make this thing blow up. It is very tense. By the way, T.J. Sanders arguing that he had hands to the face against him, and I'm not sure he's not right when I watch the replay.
And Sanders did that. Well, you said that. Also, Hemingway was complaining about that early in the ball game as well.
Power formation again now. 4 offensive linemen each way, 1 back. Lawfery makes the run left side, and the Gamecocks gang up on him. Demetrius Knight and Williams makes the stop on the play. Williams again subbing for Nicky Manwari, who's not been out here in the second half, or at least for a short period of time. And now Boogie Huntley comes back in with Kilgore in the lineup. Nick Barnett out. 3rd down and 4 to go at the Gamecock 21-yard line. They're well within field goal range to try and tie it up. 9:46, 9:45 going to ball game. McCrary's the tailback to the left of Altmaier. Right side of the field to the right. Carolina in a 4-man front. McCrary goes in motion. Altmaier, he throws a slant backside, and it's a jump ball and caught. My gosh.
Tell you.
Franklin has one tipped at the line of scrimmage as Altmaier, and he still hauls it in. It's a 5-yard gain, and it is. Illinois 1st down. Boy, they got a break there. We had 3 defenders there. The ball is tipped up, and Franklin, with a good job of concentrating, comes down with it.
Same slant pass that's been so successful today was successful one more time. Wow.
10th play of the drive. 1st and 10 now at the Carolina 11-yard line. Altmaier hands off inside. And diving forward down to about the 11-yard line is McCrary. And that's a 5-yard gain on the play.
Hey, Illinois seems like they have rushed for 250 yards today, but I think that's only their 100th yard rushing the football.
Yeah, McCrary, who just carried the ball with 40 yards.
Yeah,
Lawfrey at 54.
54, yeah.
He's in the lineup now behind. It's the power set. It's offset over to the right side. Lawfrey's the one tailback. Altmaier under center. Carolina with a balanced front. Lawfrey runs left side. Carolina was there, but he gets to the edge at the 9, knocked out of bounds. Oh, we missed a chance there. Tommy may have taken a bad angle in the backfield. Jatius Gear was a run coming around the edge, but he went inside. It's a 2-yard gain on the play.
I think Lawfrey, too, is a little sneaky fast, Todd. He doesn't look like it, but I think he's a little quicker, a little faster than you anticipate. And with that reason, that's probably caused, that's why we had that angle. But
3rd down for Illinois. They're 6-9 on the afternoon. They're at the Gamecock 9-yard line. They could get to the 6 for a first down.
Need a lost play here.
McCrary's the lone back in the backfield. One wide receiver standing up. He comes in motion. They fake to him. Pitch to McCrary. Gamecocks are there. McCrary's there, and he's into the end zone. Oh, he missed a tackle at the 10, and McCrary goes in. TJ Sanders was there and couldn't quite pull him to the ground. A 9-yard touchdown run, and back and forth we go. Illinois back on top.
Well, I thought when that play's right in front of us here, folks, in the stadium, and I thought we had him. I thought we maybe had him for no gain at all. And then, of course, there were some orange jerseys out there, or blue jerseys out there that did some pretty good blocking. But, boy, we had people in position, and as Todd called it, he kind of ran right through them.
And to make it a 4-point game again, they bring Alano out to attempt. Snap it back, put it down, kick it up. Illinois responds, and they're back on top in the fourth quarter with 7:29 to play. It's 21-17. Carolina will have the football when we come back. This is Gamecock football from Learfield.
It's important for everyone to understand that a substance use disorder is a treatable disease, not a moral failing. People in recovery can and do go on to lead healthy lives, and your support is essential. Avoid words like addict, habit, junkie, and clean. They suggest a person is the problem rather than having a disease, and feeling stigmatized can reduce someone's interest in recovery. Find resources at embracerecoverysc.com.
Coverage of the 2024 Citrus Bowl continues after these local messages.
Inside the 20, leaping a man at the 15, at the 10, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina.
This is the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
You're listening to South Carolina football on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Hear every game for free on the South Carolina Game Day app. You can also listen via Gamecocks All Access at gamecocksonline.com.
Back in Orlando at the Citrus Bowl. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield. Along with Tommy Suggs and Chet Tucker, I'm Todd Ellis. In the fourth quarter we are. 7:29 to go in the ball game. It's the third lead change here in the second half. The Gamecocks score. The Illini scored. Gamecock came down the field to take the lead And now Illinois comes back, and they've got it 21-17. And tensions have flared at times. Exceptional plays and some poor plays. Tommy, pretty much a bowl game, really, in a lot of ways. This is not dissimilar from what we've seen in the past, not just from the Gamecocks, but other teams as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's fun. It's frustrating right now if you're a Carolina fan because we kind of didn't. They gave up some opportunities in the first half, but I mean, boy, did we. But at the same time, it's gotten exciting here now, and we just got to hang on here. We won 2 in the fourth quarter, Clemson and certainly Missouri, and Illinois has won 4. So fourth quarter is what these teams are built for.
And here's the kickoff here, and it's over the head of Juju McDowell. Certainly, Lenore Sellers has proven he's more than capable of winning in the fourth quarter and has been poised in doing that. Carolina with 2 timeouts remaining, and Illinois with 1. 7:29 to go. Sellers today 21 of 29 for 215 yards and a touchdown. But Tommy, he's been effective at times, but quiet rushing the football.
He really has. He only rushed the ball for 13 yards on 9 rushes, which is unusual for him.
There's a timeout on the field. We'll step away. Carolina will have the football when we come back. This is Gamecock football from Learfield.
Hey y'all, Coach Shane Beamer here. Football season is upon us, and that means Columbia is welcoming fans from around the corner and across the country. No matter where you're from, Gamecocks love coming together for game day energy that can only be found in South Carolina's capital city. Book hotel rooms, find pre- and post-game activities, and plan your tailgate spread with local favorites from pimento cheese to barbecue at experiencecolumbiasc.com. We'll see you soon, and go Gamecocks.
A gift this good takes a while to unwrap. Get your best gift ever during the Toyotathon sales event before it's too late. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on the new 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Offer valid through January 6, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the Duke's Country Song, the song about Duke's Country. Yes, it's the Duke's Country Song, and you can sing along. Friends, you just heard 12 seconds of the Duke's Country Song, a real much longer song you can hear at dukescountry.com, and you can sing along.
Illinois has controlled the time of possession here in the second half, and they lead at 21-17 over Carolina. The Gamecocks in their 26th bowl game, trying to win their 10th game of the season and win 7 straight. And like most ball games, it's come down to the fourth quarter. Carolina's prevailed in 6 straight of those, 3 over top-ranked teams in a row. To get to this point, the hottest team in the country. I don't care what you say. There's a playoff game later tonight and 3 tomorrow, but nobody wants the Gamecocks, who certainly have looked like a team that's been on break for a while, but also has made some very solid plays as well.
Also missing a couple really good players.
Yep. So it's probably number 16 time, and maybe they take the chains off on him, or at least in my opinion, has been a perceived holding back on him and running the football, particularly on the scramble plays. That's at least my perception tonight.
I think some of that, too, I agree with you, Todd, and said so, but I think also some of that has to do with the defensive alignment that Illinois is showing out there. They're not going to allow him to do that. And we talked about that because they came in really being a man team defensively, but they've gone to kind of more zoned here today. So that in itself tells me they don't want him to beat them with their legs.
Here's Lenore Sellers on first down. Their run sweep play into the boundary with Oscar Attaway. He makes a great move at the second level, crosses across the 30-yard line and gains 6 on the play. Nice sidestep there to make one linebacker miss and gain a couple more. And a good first down play brings up second down and 4. Clock running at 7:06. Carolina with 2 timeouts remaining. The Sellers is going to empty the backfield now in the all-white jerseys. Number 16 in the pocket. 3-man rush. Got plenty of time. Dumps it down. Josh Simon across the 50. Josh still motoring inside the 45. They can't bring the big guy down. They apparently did not read the scouting report that you better hit him with a sledgehammer or he's going to break tackles, and he does so again, this one for 24 yards.
Good protection up front, started there. Then Sellers looked to the left, never could see anybody. Then he looked to the right at the end, still had plenty of good protection, just looking the entire field over, and he hit Simon and good run afterwards.
I don't want to overthink this. That plays there all the time. And now we've got a Illinois player that doesn't like our momentum, and he just takes a seat around the 30-yard line and apparently has an injury. We hope he does not.
Cramp, probably he'll get up and walk off and come back in the next play.
He's up already. It's a miracle. You always want to be careful about that, but there's also, it's pretty predictive right by now of what's going on. Anytime we get a special play, a post-yard play, explosive play, Illinois has done what they can to slow the Gamecock Cockaboos down. All right, Sellers back to work on 1st and 10. Play action, dropping deep back in the pocket. Gonna gun one on an out route, near sideline, and it's caught. Gamecocks have got it, and that's Nick Harbor again. He runs off the defender, comes back down the sidelines for 17 yards. Have yourself a ball game, Nick. Now go get us a touchdown. Harbor's going to go over to the left side and get in the slot. Carolina trying to go fast here. We'll see what Illinois comes up with this time. They got 3 safeties back. Sellers with Oscar Attaway. Fakes it. Now Lenore's going to take it himself, and he drops the shoulder inside the 25-yard line. They're calling him down.
Sellers looks like he's not hurt. No.
Sellers pops.
He's slow to move.
Up on his knees. Robbie Ashford is here, the backup who's going to go and transfer. And Sellers says he does not need to go out of the ball game. I think they were about to say he had to go out. He does get up. It's 1st and 10 with 5:15 to go. 2nd and 7 with 5:12 to go. They'll run it again, right side and inside the 20-yard line on a hard run with some big hits. A 5-yard gain on the play is Oscar Attaway, and the clock is at 5 minutes remaining.
Attaway's carried it 13 times today for about 62 yards.
Sellers now 23 of 31 for 256 yards and that touchdown. What we need here is one of his patented runs, though. Michael Smith comes over to the right side along with 2 wide receivers. Sellers hands off. Attaway again, got some blocks at the middle. Oscar pounding inside the 15 for a first down for Carolina. A 7-yard gain.
You called it, Todd.
Really good blocking on the right side. Michael Smith and Josh Simon. And Illinois has got another player down. Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's just the minor injuries. That's what it always is. It's amazing. I wish we'd do it to everybody myself. I just wish we'd.
We need to change the rule, which is what you and I talked about.
Yeah, I know, but we need to do it to them before we change the rule.
Well, we are garnet and black. We are not pink and lace.
My wife has hit me up here since. I can't believe you said that.
Maybe that's what's good about today. I've actually had a filter over here, and Jane Suggs right beside you instead of me.
I got my whole desk up here.
Well, what a blessing this year has been. Great football. Carolina 9-3, trying to get their 7th win of the season. There's 4:24 remaining in the 4th quarter. Carolina's down 21-17. Illinois had another injury on this drive that happened seconds after the play ended.
And the player gets up and walks off.
Yeah.
It's not a hurt leg. They don't even fake it after that.
This is Carolina football. Carolina will have it 1st and 10 at the 13 when we come back from Learfield. Open at the 10, the 5, steps up and high, steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Hey Gamecock fans, this is Coach Shane Beamer, and I want to encourage you to fly local. From takeoff to touchdown, the team and I support our local airport. For more information about the official airport of the Gamecocks and for a list of CAE's nonstop destinations, visit flycae.com.
Tom and Marion Knox earned their commerce degrees from the University of South Carolina in the 1930s and went on to own Terminix Service throughout all of South Carolina. Today, their family still owns and operates the business, one of the largest pest control companies in the country. Terminix Service is routinely ranked as one of the best places to work and has over 200,000 customers. When it comes to termite and pest control in South Carolina, trust a Gamecock family and the most respected name in the business. Call 1-800-TERMINIX today or go to trustterminix.com.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. One crisp taste, 4 simple ingredients. All natural Bud Light.
48-yard attempt. It's blocked. The Gamecocks got it blocked.
With any game time moment and every beer, we strive to make life easier to enjoy. Ice cold Bud Light and all the games.
Are you kidding me?
Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back in Orlando at the cheez-it Citrus Bowl, the Gamecocks and the Illini, I'm battling, and I mean they are battling in a lot of different ways. On the field, good, hard, clean playing. At times, some scuffles, that's normal. And then coaching, real strategy going back and forth. Some you can criticize, maybe you can't. Depends on your perspective. But the Illini up on top right now, 21-17 with 4:24 to go in the ball game. Carolina's got 2 timeouts remaining. They're 1st and 10 at the Illini 13. They break the huddle back out onto the field. Lenoris Sellers got banged up pretty good 2 plays ago, but is in the lineup now. They're emptying the backfield for him. Oscar Attaway is out to the left along with Nick Harbor. 2 wide receivers over to the right. Now Harbor comes in motion over to the right side. They're working off the left hash mark. Harbor settles down. Lenoris going to run it left side into the boundary. Tries to turn the corner. And at the 10's knocked out of bounds. Not the most aggressive turn he's ever made, Tommy, to turn those shoulders and go, but a good gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go back inside there, but he didn't because he had a block by Attaway on the outside, but picked up a couple of yards, about 2 or 3 yards there. So
clock is running at 3:58 remaining in the ball game. 2nd down and 8. Ball down at the 11-yard line. They could get to the Illinois 3. Blitz off the right side. Lenoris looking left. Fade route. Back corner. Knocked down. Knocked down on the play. Josh Simon, the intended receiver. Good coverage by Illinois. And now 3rd and 8 for Carolina. They need a touchdown to get the lead. A field goal will do us no good with 3:45 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, underthrew that one just a little bit. Had Attaway short in the left side over there, picking up about 5 yards, maybe not enough for the first down, but didn't go to him, decided to go to Harbor instead.
Illinois running players out late again with 13 seconds left on the play clock. The official won't step back. Now he does. Lenoris working off the left hash mark. 3rd down and 8 at the 11. Out of the shotgun. Lenoris bouncing right side. 3-man rush. He's got a man wide open. Is caught at the 9. Oscar then tries to fight for it. He needed to get to the 4. It's short of it. So it's going to be 4th down for Carolina. Just outside the Illinois 5-yard line. They gained 4 on the play. 4th down and 4. Ball on the 7. They could get to the 3 for the first. This is it. 3:25. They could get a stop. They still have 2 timeouts. But Lenoris Sellers shakes the arms out. Looking for a hero here in bowl season. Attaway to the right of him. Shotgun snap. 4th and 4 for Carolina. looking to throw underneath, and it's incomplete in the end zone.
Had him wide open.
Had him open on the out route. He couldn't connect with him, and Lenore Sellers and the Gamecocks, with 3:08 remaining, can't take the lead over the Illini. It was Josh Simon who you wanted on the play. It was just low and inside, and he missed him. Boy, Tommy, we had the matchup we wanted to.
No question.
Norris got hit just as he threw it as well.
Yeah, but he's made that throw before, and that's just one. He looked like he pulled it just a little bit right at the end, just didn't follow through on it. And, you know, he's made some great ones this year, and particularly in this game, but that was not one of them. Kind of dinged it out there a little bit. Just not a good throw.
So Illinois' got one timeout remaining. There's 3:08 to go in the ball game. Carolina has 2. And Illinois takes over at their own 7-yard line. Lawfery's the tailback. They spread it out. 2 wide receivers, no power formation. Lawfery to the left of Altmaier. There'll be a handoff to him left side. Gamecocks trying to track. Lawfery turns up the sidelines and runs out of bounds. And with 3:03 to go, it's a 6-yard gain on the play. Stops the clock. Boy, again, Tommy, to your point, he's got tricky speed, and he got to the edge.
Yeah, he did, and we had 2 or 3 guys out there just kind of a little head fake inside and burst to the outside. He looked quicker than he looked.
No timeout from Shane Beamer, the clock running. And Illinois accepting to let it come down. The play clock. Now they get in the power formation. 8 seconds to go. 2 tight ends. Big offensive line. 1 back in the backfield. Power play. Left side. Into the line and down right at the 15-yard line. With 2:24 remaining in the ball game. Just a 2-yard gain. Timeout. Carolina. So a good stop there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. No, the clock is running. No timeout. No timeout. 2:06, 2:05. Boy, they're going to burn, Tommy, another 21 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand this. I think here we go.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Let it go to the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, my. Carolina can't score to take the lead, and they need a stop here in a big way when we come back after the 2-minute timeout. Trailing by 4. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Illinois on their own 15. This is Carolina football from Learfield.
A tough math teacher, a dedicated coach, a best friend. People who inspire you to be your best possible self. At Prisma Health, you inspire us. We're making healthcare exceptional for everyone across the Midlands and Upstate. With more access to the highest level of care, research innovations, and patient education, we're committed to helping you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health is proud to be the official team physicians for the Gamecocks. For more information, visit prismahealth.org/Gamecocks.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, score the confidence you need to start your journey with the power and exceptional capability of a new Ford F-150. With available smart tech like Pro Power on board, it's game on when F-150 is part of your team. For great offers and to learn more about a new Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today. Always consult the owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Gamecocks 3 times have been inside the Illini 25-yard line and have not come up with points, Tommy, in this ball game. And they just had one of them occur at the 7-yard line. Can't convert or out on downs. We faked a field goal at the 13 and didn't take points. And we missed a field goal at the Illini 23-yard line. And no real surprise, we're down by 4 based on those 3 possessions in the ball game.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's why you go back and look at the film, and if you're a coach, you kind of stay awake at night and think about what ifs, but have a chance to make those decisions. You make them and you don't execute, and that's kind of the way it is. You do some things like that in football in the bowl games, rather you wouldn't normally do during the year, trying to catch people a little bit off guard, surprise them a little bit, put something on film for the team to look at next year when they get in a position like that. So, but it is what it is, and we still, through it all, got down there in great position about a minute ago, and Morris just didn't make a throw to Simon. He was wide open, pretty much had him beat about I think a step and a half at least in that little underneath crossing route. Great play design. It was there, and Morris just missed him. So who knows if we'd have won, but it'd have been close. We'd have been ahead anyway.
Well, there's still 2 minutes to go in this ball game. Carolina with 2 timeouts. They're down by 4. It's 3rd and 2 for the Illini. Unless it was really short, no way they'd ever go for it. So this could be a stop play. Josh McCurry's in the backfield. Altmaier, watch for that inside split. McCurry over the right side. He busted out. He's at the 30, the 40. McCurry all alone at the 50. Carolina trying to take him down and rip the ball out. They take him to the turf at the 25. And on a 3rd and 2, Illinois just breaks out a long run like Carolina does and goes 60 yards and may have just sealed it with 1:50 to go in the ball game. Wow. Gutsy call, really good run. Just like Attaway got it, and Judge Collier, good for him coming across the field to make the stop. They ran the counter play inside. Really nobody there for the Gamecocks.
Exactly right, and they've had right at 180 yards rushing today, and that was a big one right there. Actually, that took them over that.
South Carolina, 30-second timeout. Clock operator, please put 1:43 on the game clock.
Shane Beamer over there still speaking to the officials. And, wow, what a big run. Illinois got a player down. This is in one of the offensive linemen, I believe. And on a day in Florida, even this late, as he does pop up now, could truly be cramping. No linebacker there on the power play over the right side. Boy, and what might be interesting is this postgame, Tommy, as they again are showing Brett Bielema, who came over to talk to a player, taunting Shane Beamer with the timeouts that he's been using in the delays of game to slow down the Gamecocks. And Bielema having a laugh with it and getting pushed off the field. Now, back to game play. 1st and 10 at the Gamecock 25, 1:50 to go. Handoff, right side. Lawfery into the middle of the pile and pushes down to about the 21-yard line with 1:39 to go in the ball game. A 4-yard gain on the play. Final timeout with 1:39 to go. So a 2nd down. Well, Tommy, let's try to give this some perspective. 9-3 on the season coming to the ball game. They play a number 20 team in the country without an All-American, lose an All-American for some reason, and Iman Wari, who did not play the second half, and no Rocket Sanders. You look back at the first half, or really the ball game, and it's really those 3 possessions. The fake field goal does not convert. We miss a field goal, well within the range of our kicker, and Lenore Sellers, who's played out of his mind, doesn't make a play that he makes 90% of the time, hitting Josh Simon, a wide open for a tight end. Josh Simon taking the football, and that's kind of how close the games have been, and put us on the winning side. Now we might be on the backside of that.
Yeah, I think that's a good analogy, and I think it's very true too. So, well, here's the play.
Lawfery now get to take the handoff left side. The Gamecocks are there. They try to rip the ball out. They do take him down at the 21-yard line. No gain on the play with 1:29 to go. Carolina with no timeouts remaining. And it'll be third down. Third down and 6. 118, 117, 116. Obviously, they've got to run a play and could kick the field goal and put this thing out of reach. Or let the clock down at 106, 105. 11 seconds left on the play clock. And 52 seconds remaining. Carolina down 21-17. Illinois now takes their timeout.
Charge timeout. Illinois.
And stops the clock
30-second timeout.
with that 51 seconds remaining.
Todd got a lot to be proud of, though.
No question.
We had a 9-3 year. Then it'll be 9-4 year. 15 in the country. Going to drop, obviously, and should drop. We lose in a bowl game, but we've read all the accolades and spoke of those earlier today, and got an exciting time ahead for Carolina football, I think. And a lot of these kids are good kids, and they'll be back. And we got the portal out there, so we'll fill some holes. And so let's just keep it going, folks.
Yeah, some things can fuel the fire, and bowl games have become more important in recent years about how teams have left the taste in their mouth. With no denying what Carolina did, running off 6 straight wins and really taking up the heart of college football for a while. The line now 3rd and 7 at the Carolina 22 with 51 seconds remaining. Power set, Lawfery. They fake to him. Altemeyer's going to run it himself, trying to go left side. They got him and take him down at the 20-yard line on 4th down with 42 seconds remaining. And that's going to run it out. Or right at it, it will. The play clock's at 35. The game clock at 32. It's right at it. Illinois with a tactic of slowing down the Gamecocks through their substitution rules and keeping the Gamecocks off balance, and Carolina with a few missed opportunities. Will get the win. They'll be the team that wins 10 games on the season. They snap the ball with 1 second. Take a knee, and the Illini win the 76th cheez-it Citrus Bowl. And we shall see what occurs at midfield here. Shane Beamer making his way there. And
that was short.
Rich Bielema do shake hands, or at least speak. And the Fighting Illini win this one, the Big Ten over the SEC. Carolina finished the season 9-4. Tommy, we had the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, the SEC Freshman of the Year. We had 2 SEC, all SEC freshmen, and Dylan Stewart and Josiah Thompson. 3rd team all SEC quarterback in Lenore Sellers, of course, consensus All-American in Kyle Kennard, and a 9-win season. And a lot to be thankful for, but congratulations to the Fighting Illini. They finish out the 2024 season with a